Devils, Rangers, Game 3. Do the Devils, down 2-0, heading to Madison Square Garden, find a way to get back in the series? Or do the Rangers, at home, put the Devils on the brink of elimination with a chance to go up 3-0? That's coming up right now here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Devils, Rangers, Game 3 is next. And what is going on, hockey fans? It is your boy, Neil Villapiano, the host of the Devil's State of Mind podcast here on the Hockey Podcast Network, which covers the New Jersey Devils, alongside my partner, also part of THPN, Kyle Manifold. We welcome you to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference first round matchup featuring the New Jersey Devils traveling to Madison Square Garden to take on the New York Rangers. And as you all know, but if you don't, the New Jersey Devils lost not one but both games at home by the same score, being blown out 5-1 in each, and now down 2-0, halfway to having their season come to an end as quickly as the playoffs began. Devils making a bunch of changes. Akira Schmid starting between the pipes for the Devils in this one, making his playoff debut. Miles Wood is not in the lineup. He is a healthy scratch. Jesper Boquist will go in for him. Curtis Lazar will make his Devils playoff debut as he will go into the lineup tonight. And Brendan Smith comes out while Jonas Siegenthaler comes back in. And Kyle, this is going to be interesting. Do the Devils have a response after being embarrassed at home through 2 games, or do the Rangers continue the dominant play that they've had so far in this first round?
Well, the Devils better have a response, right? I think they do. I think they have at least some sort of physical response. I'm coming back here again with stats. As you know, I haven't mentioned any of them yet. So I feel like it's a little important to kind of understand and go back to, what happened really, why we got the same result in Game 2, right? So, it all starts with really the Rangers power play, right? They've gotten 4 power play goals scored, all courtesy of Chris Kreider, who was more of a net front role presence guy, as we kind of saw. So again, he's going to be an issue going into Game 3 here. Really, it's been the Rangers outplaying New Jersey 5-on-5, right? Not only, the Devils kind of come in with that speed, but unfortunately with the Rangers and how they were to answer that on 5-on-5, they answer with the physicality aspect of it. And we really saw it, and we've seen the experience too, as it's kind of played, especially carrying over from last year into what we see now. Questionable lineup decisions. I think we talked a lot about that in Game 2. Now we get Miles Wood coming out tonight and, Schmid coming in. It's going to be, obviously you need something. So maybe it might be the right thing to do to change it up a little bit. But especially just back in Game 2, I think it was fair to say that it was questionable why we saw Smith in and maybe why we didn't see Schmidt in. It's something up for debate there. But, and then the other one really was just the fact that how we didn't mention in Game 1, we did in Game 2 in regard to Patrick Kane, right? Him being a difference maker, him starting to show up, and that's going to be another problem going into Game 3, right? So you should expect a response, I would assume, tonight with the way things kind of happened earlier today, just finishing the Jets game and seeing the Leafs and Lightning. I think they're going back and forth. You expect that's going to be the response tonight. And, as for someone who's just supporting you, I would hope that we have a response tonight, because I think we both deserve a good fucking game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, this is really a pivotal moment in the Devils season, down 2-0 and losing both games at home. And not only losing them, but being blown out by their most hated rival. They need a major, major positive response tonight and find a way to get a win here to get back in the series. And as we talked about, the top guys on the Rangers have stepped up. You got Chris Kreider, Patrick Kane, Tarasenko, Panarin, Zibanejad. You have Adam Fox, Shesterkin. Devils' top guys, other than one Jack Hughes goal, which granted it was a penalty shot goal, have not stepped up through these first two games. They need to be those top guys. All four lines have to get it going, and we'll see. And by the way, guys, as always, don't forget to leave your score predictions in the chat as well. Leave a like on the stream, subscribe, and punch notification bell so you don't miss any new live watch alongs that we do right here on THPN YouTube channel. We got 6 predictions so far. We'll start with mine. I'm going to go with the Devils to get a response and get a 4-3 win in overtime. And then we got Mark going with another blowout, 5-1 Rangers. Sean is going 4-2 Rangers. Jacob, 5-2 Rangers. Gaza, our good Rangers friend over in the UK, is up tonight with us as always. He's going 4-2 Rangers. And then NHL 22 goal horns, 5-1 Rangers. So clearly there is belief amongst a lot of people that the Rangers are going to continue their success. Don't blame you for feeling that way. They're at home. They dominated this series so far, winning both games on the road. But the one thing that I will just remind everybody is that the Devils were the best team all season long when it comes to playing on the road. So this is an opportunity for them to gain some momentum and get back in the series. So that kind of gives you some hope. RJ giving us the score updates, 2-2 between Tampa and Toronto after one period of play. That series is tied at a game apiece. Connor saying tough on the Winnipeg Jets, who just lost in double overtime after coming back from down several goals. I think it was 3 goals to force overtime, but ultimately still lost. So now the Golden Knights are up 2-1. Wow, we got
jumping in on. I was gonna say jumping in on that. Yeah, it was a tough game. It's a tough loss. They didn't have a good game. Why are you down 4-1 going into the third period in the first place? Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. I'm not saying that they had a phenomenal third period, because they did, and they scored 3 straight goals, whatever. And I thought they were the better team in overtime, just kind of watching throughout. Vegas really just had, and I think they had 2 power plays too in those 2 overtimes. But I wouldn't say maybe it was the greatest game that they could have played. Obviously, they stepped it up, and sure, maybe they deserved to win in overtime. But it only takes us one shot, right?
Absolutely. And I mentioned before, Akira Schmid, the young Swiss netminder, will get the start in net tonight for the New Jersey Devils, making his playoff debut. Akira Schmid, I think someone asked, yes. I was
going to kind of pick you up. You're going to probably mention that in the comments, but I want to know about him because I don't know much about him.
Yeah, I know that Sean asked before. He said, is Akira Schmid good? I'm looking at his numbers, which I always say the numbers don't always tell the whole story. Akira Schmid this year has been tremendously solid when he has played. When Vitek was dealing with some injuries during the Devils' 13-game winning streak, Schmid came up and played really, really, really well. Won several games. Was just super strong in net, and he has been that way all season long. The Devils seem to have confidence in him. And here's a very interesting fun fact, which is going to get Devils fans to overreact. But Akira Schmid is the first Devils rookie netminder to start a game in the playoffs since 1994. And that rookie goaltender in 94 was none other than legendary netminder Martin Brodeur. So
cool.
I will, you can do with that however you want to react to that. But yeah, it certainly is gut check time. Lindy Ruff, who has been out-coached through 2 games, he's got to find a way to make magic happen, and he's hoping with the lineup changes and the change between the pipes that he can finally get something going here with this team. Shout out to Cheryl. Cheryl actually is giving us a 5-1 Devils prediction. So Cheryl's looking at another blowout, but this time for the New Jersey Devils. We will see what happens with that. Official goaltending matchup. Akira Schmid again in net for the Devils, And of course, Igor Shesterkin in net for the New York Rangers.
So for those of you who don't know Kier Schmidt, I'm looking him up on Cap Friendly, okay? So he was a 5th-round draft pick. He's 22 years old, starting in Madison Square Garden in a playoff game. Not a big deal.
His first playoff game, by the way.
He's 6'5", 205 pounds. That is not a small child, right? And he's getting paid $850,000. So obviously he's on his I think he's on some sort of low-end deal, but because he was drafted in 2018. But there you go. Big guy in that.
And it has been less than 2 years since he played in the United States Hockey League, the USHL, where he was the goaltender of the year. And I should mention that last year, along with Nico Dawes, they ended up becoming the top goaltending tandem in the AHL last year. So Akira Schmid has kind of properly developed and gone slowly up the ranks to now he gets an opportunity to start a playoff game, his first career playoff game in the world's most famous arena where, Kyle, this is usually where legends are made. And I'm not saying that Akira Schmid needs to become the second coming of Marty Brodeur, although I will certainly take that. He just needs to be strong in net, make the saves he needs to make, and give the Devils an opportunity to weather storms and keep this game a game. That's really what it is. And I think for the Devils, it's about getting off to a good start. Obviously, finding a way to get the first goal would be ideal. You know, I know they did that in game 2 and they still ended up losing by 4 goals. But I think it's important for them to get off to that start, kind of quiet the crowd, and also stay out of the penalty box. They were incredibly undisciplined in game 2, and the Rangers in both the first 2 games took advantage of it mightily. By the way, in the ESPN studio, we got Steve Levy, obviously the host, and we got Mark Messier and PK Subban. So you already know that this is going to be the most entertaining next couple of hours between a former Devil and obviously a former New York Ranger legend. But this is going to be it. But Kyle, what do you look for from both teams tonight, starting with the Rangers?
Just obviously whatever's been working them for the last 2 games. I mean, just kind of stating the obvious, but it's really taking advantage of those special teams again, right? You know, obviously it has to happen for them to get on the power play, some sort of trip or whatever. But you know, when they do get on the special teams again, it's whatever's been working for them. So keeping Kreider in front of the net, just kind of sticking to their identity and what that's really been the last 2 games. So just being good on the power play, being good again defensively. In the sense that we kind of looked at it in the stats last game, if you remember. But what were the Devils bad at? It was the turnovers. It was the giveaways. It was not being able to get the puck really on net as much as they should have because the Rangers kept blocking shots, right? So you're going to see a lot of that again probably from New York tonight. And on the side of the New Jersey Devils, it's tough to say. Like, what you obviously have to switch things up. You have to get some sort of energy from Lindy Roth. He's got to make better lineup decisions going into tonight. That's even before they hit the ice. So maybe we'll start with that. But just in all, you kind of mentioned it there earlier. Don't put yourself out of the game. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Stay out of the penalty box. Make sure Schmidt is comfortable, with what he has in net. What else can you say, really? What else do they need to do? They gotta fucking score. Yeah. Right?
Play better.
Play better. Play better. Play better than whatever the hell you've been doing.
That's what I look at. We are a couple of minutes away from the start of this game. They're currently doing the national anthem. John Brancy, I think it's Brancy. Yeah, I was right. John Brancy. He is the Rangers' national anthem singer. Very well respected. Great guy. Brings a lot of energy. But the Devils, to me, and this is biased, nobody beats Arlette. She's the best in the business when it comes to the national anthem. But this is gonna be electric. I got a glimpse of last night's Knicks game, which was also, Kyle, we talked about it. The Knicks are also at home at Madison Square Garden, so those poor workers just have to keep switching between hockey and basketball every night for the next for this whole weekend. It was electric last night for the Knicks, and I don't expect anything less from the Ranger faithful. And I mean, most of them are also Knicks fans, so I would imagine it's the same vibe. But this is going to be interesting. This is going to be, do the Devils find a way to get back in the series, or do the Rangers take that stranglehold and push the Devils to the brink of elimination. Game 4, by the way, will be Monday night at, I think, 7 or 7:15. And that game will also be at Madison Square Garden. But, yeah, I just want this game to start. I hate that it's 8:15. It's like, let's go.
They're building it up. Neil, I get to follow along with you for the first time tonight.
Yeah, we're both at the same level. I moved my phone away because I don't know how much the stream is behind. And if for some reason we're behind and people who are watching with us are ahead of us, don't spoil anything. We'll bring it to you as quickly as we can. But National Anthem just finished up, and both teams are putting on their helmets, buckling their chin straps, and we are in for what should be an exciting game number 3. Again, for one more time, Akira Schmid, 9.92 on the season, 2.69 goals against average, and a .902 save percentage with 1 shutout. Again, first playoff game by New Jersey Devil rookie goalie since Marty Brodeur back in 94. Igor Shesterkin, 2-0 so far in the playoffs, has made 49 saves on 51 shots, given up 2 goals, a 1.87 goals against average overall since March, including the playoffs. He is obviously on his game, but here we go, Kyle. This is going to be a good one, and we'll see how both of these teams come out here. Game 3 at the Garden, Devils Rangers, first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs is about to get underway. Both teams with their first line out. So here we go. The refs at center ice. The players are as well. The puck is dropped. And game 3 is officially underway. So we'll see how both teams come out in the first couple of minutes. Kyle, what type of energy they're going to bring. Just both sides as the Devils start in their own zone. As Nico Hischier
Jesper Bratt on the first line again.
Now Jesper Bratt comes in. He takes a shot, and that one is stopped by Shesterkin, and we're going to get a penalty. It's a hook against the Rangers. It's Patrick Kane going to the sin bin just 22 seconds in. Nice. And so the Devils, who finally got themselves a power play goal in game 2, will get an early crack on the power play here just 22 seconds in.
Yeah, and I'm just seeing from Connor here, and that's huge. Obviously, I probably should mention that first. No, that's big. Now you got to answer, right? You're given a gift. You're given something here, right?
Absolutely.
So make sure you respond. 2-2 Leafs Lightning. It was 2-1 Leafs. Brendan Hagel ties it at 2 if people are wondering what's happening in the other game.
So Dougie Hamilton has it top of the point, drops it off to Jack Hughes, now gets it over to Nico, gets it to Dougie. Dougie with a shot, and that one is blocked to the left side. Devils regain the puck. Jack Hughes on the left side takes a wrist shot, and that one is stopped by Shesterkin. Devils trying to keep it in the zone. They do. As now Brack gets it over to Jack Hughes, but he loses the puck, and the Rangers are able to dump it out. So the Devils, right away, they win the faceoff, get a couple of decent shots on net. Didn't get it past Shesterkin, but you like the start from this first power play unit, which has certainly struggled. As now, as soon as I say that, they have a little bit of problems here. As Jack Hughes falls down on his own. Now the Devils come into the zone. Hughes, drop pass to Nico is out of his reach, and then the Devils are forced to go back and reset again. So, again, Devils entry has been an issue as well. We talked about that during game number 2. As now Hughes tries to drop it over to Timo Meier. He'll poke it over to Jesper Bratt. Bratt now in the right corner, holds, still with the puck here. Tries to make a pass to Dougie. He gets his stick lifted. Rangers trying to get it out, and they do relatively easily. So, again, good start. Just first power play unit, still a struggle here. 48 seconds to go on it. As now the Devils' second power play unit, which scored a goal, courtesy of Eric Hull in game 2, is on the ice, is now Palat. Drops it off to Dawson Mercer. Mercer now, top of the point to Damon Severson. He holds, drops it over to Eric Hull. Hull throws it in front, and that one goes wide of the net, and it goes all the way out of the zone with 25 seconds to go on the New Jersey power play. Mercer now over the left side to Tatar, just out of his reach. Gets it over to Damon Severson. He comes into the zone, drops it over to Palat. Palat now with it. He gets it to the left corner to Holla. Now over to Dawson Mercer. 12 seconds to go on the power play. Mercer now to Holla behind the net. Now gets it top of the point to Damon Severson. Severson still with it. Holds. Gets it over to Palat. Power play is up for New Jersey. That shot from Tatar is a high, but it's gloved and covered by Shesterkin. And then we have Holla and Lindgren pushing and shoving after the power play expires. So the Devils with 3 shots on goal in that power play. Did not score, but I think there is a tiny bit of positive there, but just the entry into the zone, Kyle, has been a problem for the Devils' power play.
Yeah, like slipping up, that's very odd for Jack Hughes. I mean, obviously he loses an edge, things happen, but yeah, like other than one or two good chances, they're not the best power play I've seen, in regards to setting up and just creating quality chances. Yeah, like it was just okay, but it was, I mean, hey, it's something better than nothing. You got the legs going a little bit, and that's just kind of what you want to see early on.
Absolutely. So now we'll see what the Rangers, let's see what type of momentum they grab from that. 22 seconds in, Gerard Gallant got to be furious. Having to go on the penalty kill that early, but his team was able to kill it with, I would say, relatively easily. As now the Rangers have it in the offensive zone in the forecheck, gets it over to Mikkola, throws it in front there, and that one is stopped by Akira Schmid. So Schmid, with his first save of the game here, just about 3 minutes in, Trouba with a drive that gets blocked. Devils trying to get out of the zone, and here they come the other way. It's Jesper Boquist. Devils' fourth line on right now as Boquist will backhand it into the right corner. Curtis Lazar shoving Lafreniere into the boards. Curtis Lazar making his Devils playoff debut, acquired at the deadline from Vancouver, comes to New Jersey, dealt with some injuries, but now is fully healthy and back here playing in this playoff game. Oliver, I would love to be able to actually show you the game, but for copyright reasons, I cannot. So, this is what we're doing. We're basically, it's like play-by-play, but you're watching us. And this game's also on ABC as that shot is stopped on a deflection by Nico. Good save from Shesterkin. And the Rangers get it out of the zone, and here they come as Tarasenko comes in, tries to dangle around Dougie Hamilton. He throws it out to the top of the point, gets it over and just out of the reach of Panarin. It's now Panarin, top of the point to Keandre Miller. Takes a wrist shot that gets blocked by the stick of Timo Meier, and now Meier will flip it out of the zone here. So Miller now will settle it for New York. So I think you got to kind of like the start so far for the Devils. They've gotten a couple of good shots. Defensively, I think they've done a good job of not allowing the Rangers to get too much in front, which definitely you've already seen some positive changes early on here from New Jersey.
Yeah, it was a good start too for Schmidt. Just again, whatever they faced, it's his first shot only. But hey, I mean, it's better than nothing, right? If anything, from what I've seen from Markstrom this year, letting in a goal like how many times in the first two shots of the game. But yeah, like just get him settled in, right? And I would like to think he is obviously prepared, right? They probably just telling him like, let's just see what happens. I don't know how much of a backup goal he's been for you this offseason, or excuse me, this season. But yeah, just get him settled in and we'll see what happens, right?
Absolutely. And so again, he's only seen one shot on goal so far. Shots are currently 5-1 in favor of New Jersey. So you kind of have to like that.
I was going to say, good question here by Donnell.
Do I think the right move by the Devils putting Schmidt in started game 3? I think it is. Honestly, Kyle and I talked about it at the end of game number 2 that I think it was time to make the move. I think you got to change it up. You got to find a way to get some amount of momentum here, and you got to try to get some energy. And Akira, like I mentioned before, has been very solid this year when he has played. And I know the record and everything doesn't necessarily look at it as he's 2 games below 500. But when he has played, he's done well. Michael McLeod, a backhand check. Oh, that was a dumb penalty. And so with the late penalty coming up here against the Devils, Lindgren went into the boards right in front of the ref. To be honest with you, that was just bad on McLeod. As now the Rangers with the puck, as now Patrick Kane drops it over to Panarin, back to Kane. Patrick Kane tries to weave his way through, but it's touched up by Jack Hughes. And we officially get the penalty here, 5:02 into the first. So now, Kyle, we talked about with the Devils, they need to stay out of the box. They don't do it here. As now the Rangers get their first power play of the night.
Yeah. We've been talking about it. How many times have we been talking about it? Don't take stupid penalties. And what the hell happens here? Like, I don't know.
I mean, and going back really quickly here, by the way, Rangers power play 4 of 10 so far in these playoffs. I know that doesn't sound like it's that good, but trust me, it has been very good. 2 power play goals in each of the first 2 games. Devils win the first draw, and they're able to clear it down. Chris Kreider, got to keep an eye on him. He has scored all 4 power play goals for the Rangers in these playoffs. Is now an opportunity for Chris Kreider, but a good play there by John Marino to kind of hold him up. Eric Holla gets it. He'll wrap it around the boards. Can't get it out of the zone. Panarin leaves it for Fox. He makes a backhand pass to Kane, but it looked like it got stuck in his equipment for a second. Rangers now control it. Panarin with it. He holds. Takes a shot that gets blocked to the right corner. So the Rangers' first power play unit, which has been lethal, setting up here. Kane gives it over. Drawing by Zibanejad and a good blocker save from Akira Schmid. Now gets it to Fox. Fox holds. Drawing by Kane, and that one gets blocked. But the Devils can't clear. Fox now regains it over to Kane in the right face-up dot. Kane walks the line. Still looking. Drops it over to Fox. Now gets it to Zibanejad. Now to Kane. Over to Panarin. And tries to get a deflection from Zibanejad. Couldn't get enough of it. Now a drive by Zibanejad. That one is stopped by Schmid. Devils desperately need to get it out of the zone. Graves with the puck. And he clears.
Wow.
Big time saves as they show Akira Schmid on the screen, as he has so far here on this power play. He has made a couple of point blank saves to deny the Rangers, and this is again why the Devils feel so confident with him being the backup and obviously starting in some games. Is now opportunity for the Rangers in front, and that one was stopped on a deflection from Trocheck. Bastian gets to the puck and clears it again.
Fantastic start for Schmid. Man, two huge saves. Like they're not easy saves. I think Kane had one of them. I don't remember who had the other one there, but rockets, absolute rockets right to the net.
Missiles. They don't. Then both of those guys don't miss the net very often. No. Now Devils trying to get out of the zone. 5 seconds to go on the Ranger power play. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. And so the Devils are able to kill off that penalty and now look to come the other way. Jesper Boqvist comes up the right side with speed. Boqvist takes a shot that gets blocked by Miller. Boqvist tries to tuck it home, but it doesn't get on net. And now the Rangers try to come back the other way. So, yeah, Kyle, both teams, early power play. Neither one could get one past the netminder, but fast start here for both teams.
Yeah, I was really impressed with what the Devils did there on the penalty kill. I think with the Rangers there, and, just kind of comparing here, the Rangers didn't make it look great. I think the Devils obviously just, stood up when they needed to. Obviously, they were going to get pressure with that first power play on. That's been so successful. So it was huge for them to get those saves.
No question about it. As now the Rangers look to come the other way. Braden Schneider off the boards, gets it over to Jimmy Vesey, and Vesey will backhand it in. Akira Schmid plays it for Jesper Bratt, and here come the Devils the other way. Jesper Bratt up the center of the ice, drops over to the right side to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes now gets to the Bratt. Bratt with a backhand try that goes high and wide of the net. Good opportunity for number 63. Puck is back in the Devils zone, and Dougie tries to backhand it out. He couldn't clear it. Gets it over to Kane. Kane fires it at the side of the net, and that one gets blocked by Siegenthaler. Devils trying to get it out. They cannot. Jack Hughes kind of hit from behind. Not really a big hit, but just a hit in general. So now the Rangers look to set it up. Lindgren with it. Ryan Lindgren, now in the left corner, walks it back up to the top of the point, but it's taken away by Hughes, flips it away. Might have a 2-1 if the Devils hurry here, and they can't, as they struggle to kind of hold on to the puck. But now here comes Dawson Mercer. Mercer goes around, takes a shot, and that one goes high and wide of the net. Devils keep it in. Graves throws it in front. It's deflected wide. John Marino keeping it in for New Jersey here. McLeod over to Tatar. Tried to feed it in front to Mercer, and that almost got to him. Now Graves with it. Ryan Graves, wrist shot. That one gets blocked, and now the Rangers look to come the other way. Might have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Drop pass to Panarin. Panarin tried to make a pass, gets it back, gets it over to Trocheck, feeds it to Fox, and he missed him. Oh, I think Trocheck should have tried to make a pass. Long feed. Potential 2-on-1. Boqvist with a backhand pass, and it gets easily blocked away by, I think, Mikkola, but almost a 2-on-1 chance right there for Jesper Boqvist. Devils having some good plays here. Should also mention, 35% of the Devils' goals this season have come off the rush. Second highest in the NHL behind, I believe, Boston. As now 2 Rangers players fall down, and we have offsides. Okay, I was wondering.
I thought he kept it in.
Oh, he almost kept it in, but 10:28 to go in the opening period.
Oh,
and we are, Kyle, I think it is fair to say that these teams have come to play here early on.
Very good start. That's what you want, right? A lot of good back and forth, good chances on both ends. Come on. You know what? We need a good game here. If it started like this, it can't end like this, right? Or it has to end like this, right?
Right. And I was going to say, Sean, as well, I don't know why Rangers fans wanted a penalty there. 2 Rangers players collided with one another.
I saw that.
There was no one within it. There was nobody there. But I got to say, Kyle, the guy who's kind of stood out to me from the Rangers' perspective so far is Mika Zibanejad. Because Zibanejad, again, we talked about him before, him being kind of a very underrated player in the league. Tonight, he had that really point-blank chance that was stopped by Schmid. He's already won a couple of face-offs, made some really sharp passes, he looks like he's raring and ready to get himself his first goal of the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. And I remember we talked about him in game 1, too, where he wasn't winning a lot of the faceoffs. I'm not sure what it was for game 2, but definitely a good start. And one of the guys that, especially when he was first acquired by the Rangers, he's just been very quiet ever since he's really gotten there. Maybe obviously a couple of big playoff goals. I don't really follow the Rangers that much. But yeah, just seeing Zibanejad early on, he's their number one guy for a reason at center, I believe, is he not? And
he is their number one center, correct?
Number one center, yeah. So I mean, for him to win these draws too, it's probably one of the bigger reasons why he's there. As much as he is a skillful player with the puck, I think he's there for a big reason because of his face-off numbers.
And I think you're starting to see a trend more in these playoffs. Winning faceoffs is becoming way more important, especially in the offensive zone. You even saw with the Devils' first power play, they started by winning the faceoff, got a couple of good shots, and I feel like that's what got their power play looking a little bit better. Rangers, that's what's been their success in terms of just creating opportunities. Our good buddy Dylan is in the chat as always. He says, THPN Dream Team at it again. Good to see you as always. Dylan, thank you for hanging out with us. He also says, go Devils. So I think Dylan just feels bad for me and is hoping that the Devils can get back in the series.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, both Kyle and Dylan are there as now opportunity. Hedl throws it in front, and it's easily sticked away by Akira Schmidt as Kevin Ball. Kevin Ball just easily drops Filip Hedl, and now the Devils come the other way. Damon Severson takes a shot. That one is stopped by Igor Shesterkin. I was going to say Akira Schmidt, but it's not. It's Shesterkin. So the Rangers come the other way. It's now a good solid hit from Timo Meier on Filip Hedl. Kid line on right now for the Rangers. As now Hedl with it, throws it in front. That one gets blocked. Kevin Ball tries to push the puck away. And now Nico takes it away for New Jersey. Nico being hounded by Lafreniere. He'll just dump it back over to Ball. The Devils will settle here. One thing, though, that I have noticed as well from the Devils is that they're kind of going back to what has worked for them this season as being fast, creating off rushes, opportunities. They had a partial breakaway by Brad, almost had a 2-on-1 already, and they're not trying to be overly physical because that's just not their style of play. And as soon as I say that, Michael McLeod Aaron Holla lays the body there, but I think that was one of the issues for the Devils through the first two games. They tried to be something that they're not, as now Barclay Goodrow can't get a shot on. But I don't know if you would agree with that, Kyle, from what you've seen so far.
Yeah, no, the Rangers have definitely outplayed them physicality-wise. But again, you keep saying that's not who they are, so I tend to believe that, right? And, obviously you've got here for a reason, and it's not because of your physicality, right? You got here more points than the Rangers, right? So maybe you weren't the most physical team, but you have to go back to who you are, right? You might be thinking like, yeah, it's a war, but you don't have to make it a physical war when it comes to this, right? It's coming up with good strategies, getting into the zone. It's how are we going to play maybe better defensively, like how the Rangers have been blocking shots in the last two games. So again, it's just sticking to whatever identity has been working for them so far.
No question about it. And they just showed on the screen a couple seconds ago, Jack Hughes yelling at his teammates on the bench. And I could kind of read his lips a little bit. He definitely dropped an F-bomb, and I think he said, let's effing go. So I like that from Jack, being a young guy, wanting to get his team going here. And, he's one of the leaders of this team, and he's got to step up. And sometimes even just being a vocal leader can really do some opportunities. Now, McLeod tries to throw it in front. Devils' fourth line. Definitely making some noise here early on. The fourth line of Boquist, Bastian, and Curtis Lazar. It's been kind of nice. I kind of like it. They've not been really physical. It's been more of like an energy line right now, but I think the Devils need that here if they want to get themselves some momentum. Is now here come that fourth line into the offensive zone. Bastian gets the puck knocked off him for a moment. Devils trying to keep it in the zone. Severson gets it now. Severson takes a wrist shot that gets blocked. Rangers trying to get an opportunity. Long feed here. Breakaway chance for Panarin with a high riser, and it misses the net. Oh my goodness. Huge opportunity for the bread man, but he could not get it on net. Good job by the Devils to not take a penalty. Here comes Jesper Bratt off the boards, and now it goes into the left corner. Lindgren, he gets rocked by Timo Meier. Both teams kind of whacking at it in the right corner now. I love this energy that both teams are bringing here in this first period. This very fast, I might add. First period, we got 6:52 to go in the first. We've only had, I think, one or two stops to play. Here comes the opportunity for Timo Meier with a backhand, and that would have stopped by Shesterkin. As now Marino gets over to Graves. Graves with a wrist shot. That one gets blocked and out of play. Woo!
Jesus, two things there. How do you miss the net if you're Panarin?
Oh, well, they're showing it again on the replay here. We'll see. Yeah, he just there was nothing. He didn't get his stick lifted or anything. He just missed the net there.
Well, he wasn't even close.
Yeah.
How do you're getting paid how much and you'll flip it over the net by like 10 feet? Yeah. And then on the other end too, if I'm Meyer, I don't love the deke in that sense there. You have a good lane to shoot and you probably have a lot to look at. So I probably wouldn't have done the deke. I think I maybe would have gone a shot on net. I don't know. You have to throw something a little bit more at Shesterkin than some little deke in.
I like Gaza. Gaza's clearly not happy with the Panarin shot. I feel like Panarin, out of all the big stars the Rangers have, he's been the one that has been, I don't want to say the most criticized, but definitely the guy that I feel like, I think Rangers fans have been wanting him to be more of a scorer than he has been, but that's not a knock on Panarin. He's still a fantastic passer, no question about it. And the goals will come for the bread man. He will get there. It's just, he gets an opportunity, just couldn't capitalize on it, but... Yep. We got to
thinking about. So go ahead. Yeah.
I was just going to say, what's going on, Jeff? Good to see you, man. Doing well. We got 43 people in the chat right now. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Exactly. Give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe. It's the only way that you can interact with us in the chat. And hit that notification bell so you get notified when we go live here on the channel for any of the Stanley Cup playoff games. This has been a lot of fun through the first couple of days. As they're right now showing on ESPN game 6 of the 94 conference finals. I'm going to just drop some F-bombs. This is fucking stupid that they're doing this. Really fucking stupid. No, it's just insult to injury. You know what? Like, here's the thing. Like that series was dumb.
Okay.
The series was dumb. There you go. I have an issue with it. And I know Mark Messier is in the studio, but Mark Messier is like the most biased analyst I've ever seen. Like, my man, if it's a young team, he always criticizes it. It's not just the Devils. It is any young team he has like some major issue with. I don't know why. Maybe because he's just an old fart that he just doesn't like young people. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Rant's over.
Are you okay, Neil? Okay?
No, I'm fine.
Okay,
it's only fine. Back to the game at hand here is face-off won by the Rangers in their offensive zone. Having a little bit of trouble getting it out. Devils' forecheck seems to be getting a little bit better. Not a whole lot, but certainly a little bit better. As now Artemi Panarin. Oh, this is not a good stat. 1 for 11 on breakaways. That's not good.
Really?
He's one, including the playoff. I think that's this year. I'm sorry. That is just this year, but still. That's not good.
I'm like, but still, what?
Yeah.
He's getting paid $10 million, whatever, or I don't know what the number is.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, I know it's strange. They're showing Vitek Vanacek, who's sitting on the bench again. 9 goals in 2 games. You got to feel for him. He's been rock solid all year long, and he has been shelled in 2 straight playoff games. You got to wonder, and now that he's gotten benched for a rookie, you got to wonder where his confidence is at right now.
What's his contract going to be next?
He was an RFA when the Devils acquired him, and they signed him to a 3-year deal at like
$3 million. Did. Sorry.
It's not bad. It's Dougie Hamilton with a shot that gets blocked. As now Jack Hughes gets it over just out of the reach of Palat. Looks like the Devils may have changed some lines again because we got Holla, Palat, and Jack Hughes on the ice right now. Devils 28-9-4 this season on the road, tied for the most wins on the road in franchise history. As Jack Hughes is passed out of the reach of Siegenthaler, and Devils have to go back.
It's a great stat. It's good to see. Don't know if it matters now, but
obviously, but you're hoping that it kind of matters if you're the Devils.
Sure. Yes.
As now a deflection in front there by McLeod goes up and out of play. But again, Kyle, that 4th line for the Devils, McLeod, Bastian, and Boquist.
Yep.
Really done a good job so far here in this first 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, it's a good start, right? You got to have somebody step up. If your stars can't show up in what they haven't been doing the last 2 games, then your 4th line should at least say something, right? And that's great for what they've been doing.
I can't really complain from the Devils' perspective about how they obviously that breakaway opportunity, not great, but it wasn't like he was completely all alone. You did have You did have somebody back there who could have gotten a stick, especially if Panarin tried. If Panarin had held on to the puck for a second longer, he probably loses it. He doesn't even get a shot.
Right.
And that may be a reason why his shot completely missed, because he was rushed. I'm not trying to make an excuse for completely missing the net, but that's kind of like something I saw. But if you're the Devils, Schmidt's been strong. Your penalty kill killed off that power play for the Rangers. You've had a couple of really good chances, some rushes here, which you have not seen through the first two games. And you're just hoping that eventually it's going to generate into some goals and obviously grabbing momentum.
Yeah, totally. I totally agree. I would love to see his shootout numbers. If he's 1 for 11, I'd love to see his shootout numbers. And
I could probably, we're at a commercial break right now, so I could probably look that
I'm curious
up.
what his shootout numbers are, maybe just for this season. While you're looking at that, maybe a question for you and chat. Since the acquisition of Patrick Kane, right? If you look back at history, quote unquote, Panarin back in Chicago, Panarin wants to become something bigger. He goes to New York.
Right.
Kane all of a sudden now is in New York. Does that help or does that hurt Panarin? I don't know. Obviously, it's great that you have him, but I think you would think Kane would have to understand a little bit that, yes, we all want to play as a team, right?
Right.
Panarin want to sit there and go, no, I was behind your coattails for how many years and how many cups you guys won?
Right.
And he's been showing it, right? So, again, I'm not sure. Maybe it's nothing, but I would argue that it has to play a little bit. Obviously, they've been winning, so it doesn't really matter, but I don't know. I just kind of think about that as the run continues, right? When moments get bigger, maybe, and if they advance, I don't know. I'd like to see that chemistry here. 2-on-1.
Tarasenko throws it in front there to Trocheck. It just missed him. So the Devils look to come the other way. Here comes Tomas Tatar up the left side with speed. Tatar tries to get around the Ranger player, still with the puck. It's taken away by Artemi Panarin. And now the Rangers look to settle it, and they almost turned it over. By the way, shots off the rush, 8-2 in favor of the Devils. So you're seeing already in this game the Devils team that we have seen throughout the year, creating off-rush chances and getting shots on goal. Right now, again, still not resulting in actual goals, but you got to be happy if you're Lindy that the team is finding a way to get back to its identity. As now Bratt tries to get around. He gets knocked down, no penalty. He sure gets it top of the point to Marino. He holds, gets it to Nico. Nico, left side, takes a shot, gets blocked and up, out of play. By the way, Kyle, you asked about the shootouts for Panarin. It doesn't show how many attempts he's had or how many goals. His shootout percentage is 66.7 this year.
Okay.
So that's pretty good. Sure. With all things considered, that's still pretty good.
Yeah. I'd like to see how many they went into and maybe look at those numbers a little bit closer. But yeah, just based on the percentage, that's fine. So that's interesting.
Fine. Gerard Gallant's second season as Rangers head coach. If you remember last year, he took the Rangers to a magical run to the Eastern Conference Finals before losing eventually to Tampa. As now the Devils with the puck here. Jack Hughes has the puck taken away by Barclay Goodrow, and Goodrow will backhand it into the Devils zone here. Jonas Siegenthaler will get back. That puck's taken away by Tyler Mott. Throws it from a sharp angle. Akira Schmid makes the save. Follow-up try is also stopped by Schmid off a VC shot. Drive by Adam Fox. And that one is stopped and covered by Akira Schmid. So, again, Akira, who, by the way, his first name is Japanese. We did confirm this. People were asking his
is it really?
Yeah, it is. And I found out that here's a fun fact. The reason that he's called that is because his father was a major karate teacher.
That's awesome.
I don't know if he's actually Asian at all. I don't know if he has Asian descent. He is from Switzerland. The Devils have 4 Swiss-born players on their team, 4 playing tonight. Akira Schmid, Nico Hischier, Timo Meyer, and Jonas Siegenthaler, all from the same country. So Switzerland has started to become a huge Devils country, that's for sure. But I think we have somebody new here. I'm new to hockey. I want to bet on this game. Who do you think is playing better? So I feel like it's pretty even. It's tough to say who's been playing better. so far.
I think you're a little biased, so maybe I should answer that question.
Kyle, it says now an upper backhand try by Tyler Mott, stopped and covered by Schmid.
Good save. Yeah, to answer that question, maybe from an unbiased person, I think the Rangers will play better tonight, but I think the Devils will kind of get that ugly duckling goal or maybe a lucky goal here, and I think the Devils win 3-2 in overtime. Tampa 3-2.
And look, my friend, if you want to bet, make sure you go to DraftKings Sportsbook right now. Sign up. Use our promo code THPN, by the way. And we greatly appreciate that. So make sure to do that. Who are y'all rooting for? Well, since I cover the New Jersey Devils for a living, I think it's pretty obvious who I'm going to be rooting for. Kyle is a Calgary Flames fan, so he doesn't really have a rooting interest per se, I think, right?
I do. Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah?
Go crack and go, baby.
Oh, yeah. No, Kyle's on the Kraken thing is, oh, boy, Timo Meier with a block shot, and he is hobbled over. I don't think, he might have definitely, I mean, I'm being honest with you, it's the playoffs, and he's going to keep playing, but I bet you he could have easily broken something there on that one shot. Andre Miller, we'll see it again. Oh, got him right on the right leg. See it again on the replay. Good angle here. On the foot. On the foot. And that had to hurt. I'd have been down.
Go to the room. You got 3 minutes left. Don't worry about it. Get healthy. Jeff's asking, did you guys see that BS goal last night that the Kings had? The Oilers got screwed.
That wasn't BS. It was
not BS at all.
We should have stopped it.
Yes.
It's a sure angle turnaround shot. He had it.
Yeah. Oh. I was going to say the exact same thing. Plus, I don't feel bad because,
Of course.
But, by the way, no, like just being again like neutral here. It's not really that BS if you ask me, right? I would probably answer the same.
Yeah, I mean, I would answer it more like this: no excuse for Edmonton not to win Game 3. That's Absolutely. The way I look at it.
Yes.
They had it, and they let the Kings come back. Because now Jesper Bratt up the right side using the power move, but he gets checked into the boards by Jacob Trouba, and then Nico fighting behind the net with a couple of Rangers players. Now the puck gets over to Kevin Ball. Ball wraps it around to the other side here. Damon Severson now gets it. Severson backhands it, but nobody's there, and Jacob Trouba dumps it all the way down, and that'll be enough for an icing against the Rangers. 2:42 to go in the first. Still no score here between the Devils and Rangers Game 3.
So if you're a coach, do you not, like, with 3 minutes to go and you see that from Timo Meier, would you not just say, okay, just go to the room? Like, we need you healthy for the second period.
I think probably Lindy asked Timo, but then again, what is Timo going to say? Like,
it would be his decision. Okay, fair. Right. Yeah, but if I'm Timo, you got to...
No, but even if he broke his foot, he'd still be like, no, screw you, I'm playing. It's fine. I'm good. Erik Karlsson in 2017 played with a broken foot through 2 rounds. Like, injuries be damned, like at this point in the season. As now the Devils trying to get something going here. Erik Haula, he gets knocked down. Devils trying to keep it in. Siegenthaler wraps around the board. Shesterkin played it for a second, almost dangerous. Palat now with the puck. Palat being hounded. Tried to make a pass over. Now Dougie Hamilton. Over to, that one is drive by. Hamilton is stopped by the left leg pad of Shesterkin. Probably the easiest save Shesterkin's had tonight. But then again, that's, not saying a whole lot. Devils forecheck doing good right now as Jack Hughes gets leveled by Keandre Miller there. Big time hit. As Jack Hughes did not see him coming on that one. And that's what they're going to do. The Rangers are going to be physical because that is part of their identity. Like, that's the way it is to get an icing here against the Devils.
Wow. Yeah, it's true. But again, like, this has been a good period for both teams. I don't think there's one team that's been really worse than the other. I think maybe if you're the Devils, you'd like to set up a little bit more and create more chances than what the Rangers have been able to do. Especially 5-on-5. I think you can cancel out those power plays. They were pretty even for the most part. Just from New Jersey's side of it, I'd like to see just pick up the pace a little bit here, right? I feel like they've been standing a little bit still in the neutral zone. Good save.
Absolutely. Is Adam Fox with a shot that is stopped and easily covered by Akira Schmid. And you can even see it in Akira Schmid's eyes right now, Kyle. And this, again, might sound biased, but you can just see it in his eyes. He doesn't look rattled. He doesn't look nervous. He looks fine. He looks totally fine. He's faced 10 shots, stopped them all. I mean, and he's big. You mentioned 6'5", over 200 pounds. He is literally the perfect height and weight that you would picture you want your goaltender to be, honestly.
I'll bet you $100 Devin Levi called this guy before the game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right? Like,
by the way, anybody else who said they love Devin Levi during commercial breaks, he just gets down on his knees, stares at the goal, and just like meditates like during commercial break?
It was from, they talked about it too. It was from, good save.
Is that a good save there? And then Timo Meier knocks someone off the puck there. The Devils nearly created a chance going the other way. It's now Devils settle. Timo Meier up the center of the ice into the offense zone. Takes a shot. That one is stopped by Shesterkin. Rebound try by Nico. It's stopped by Shesterkin. And then we get some pushing and shoving as Nico Hischier and Ryan Lindgren going at it. But that right there, honestly, that was great. That was great from New Jersey. Timo takes a shot even through traffic. Shesterkin makes the save, but then nobody's covering the rebound chance. Nico gets around a defender and gets a really good shot. But again, two good opportunities off the rush again for New Jersey.
Yeah, I don't love I just don't love the second shot. Okay, it's right at Shesterkin.
He tried to go 5-hole, and again, Shesterkin doesn't give up 5-hole goals.
If he's 5-hole, then I think that's a little too high off the ice.
I mean, the only thing else I would have suggested is instead of the shot, he's got to step, maybe try to wrap it around and try to surprise Shesterkin.
Yep.
I mean, that's the only thing I could have thought of. He did have a defenseman, riding him from behind, but I don't know if he had any other shot. But at least he got a rebound chance. I think that's at least the positive. Is that shot through traffic gets blocked. Follow-up try by Tatar, and that one gets blocked in front. Minute 20 to go here in this first period. Both teams trading some opportunities. Again, shot attempts off the rush right now, Kyle. 9-2 in favor of the Devils.
Okay, it's a good stat to lead in. It's not a bad.
I mean, again, it's what you should expect from the Devils. How they played all year long. This is how they play in terms of offensively.
Yep, going back to their identity, right? Just going back to being who you are. You don't have to match the Rangers physically. You just have to go back to what you've been doing all year long.
Absolutely. As now Dawson Mercer tries to get around Mikkola, but a good play by Mikkola. Go back 45 seconds to go in the period. So Rangers and Devils, let's see if either team can maybe get a late goal here and grab that momentum as now Dawson Mercer comes in. Mercer tries to feed it in front and gets blocked by a Ranger player. Opportunity for Dougie Hamilton, and he missed. Oh, Dougie right there all alone, and he whiffed it. That was a great opportunity for Dougie Hamilton, who has had a better game tonight. I have noticed him more than I did in the first two games. You like to see that from the guy you're paying nearly $10 million a year as a defenseman.
I'm starting to see, especially you say Dougie Hamilton, I'm seeing Jack Hughes be a lot more involved with his offense than what he's really been the last two games.
Well, a lot of the time with the offense, it starts with him getting going. He gets going, the rest of the team follows. As now we come to the end of the first period, a very exciting back and forth first 20 minutes from these two teams. Shots 12-11 in favor of the Devils. First scoreless period of the series. If you're the Rangers, you haven't really played poorly. The one thing, though, is just the fact that you've allowed a lot of really good What in the world
is he wearing?
He's got the Ric Flair. I know this story. All right, fun story for everybody. When PK Subban was introduced as a New Jersey Devil after he was traded back in 2019, he actually got gifted a Subanator Devils Ric Flair outfit. That's what it is. This is great. Can somebody get me the clip of this and just send it to Devil State of Mind on Instagram or at Devil State on Twitter. Please get this for me so I can share it. Because that was the funniest 30 seconds I've ever seen.
Just us talking, and then it's like, what the fuck are you with?
Yeah, I slowly just like, hey, what the fuck? No, but I forgot what I was saying. I was saying something good.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Yeah, so we talk about a pretty good back and forth period. The Devils certainly looking like more confident. Odd man run. They've had off rush chances. They've had a partial breakaway, a couple of 2-on-1 potential opportunities. Their penalty kill was solid. They cleared the puck a couple of times. And the guy that they call Schmid the Kid has really stepped up through 20 minutes.
Yep, he's been good, right? And, you can make an argument, though I was kind of thinking about it towards the end, that if you're the Rangers, is this again feeling them out? They've taken a lot of chances, maybe outside of the first period in game one. But what you saw in the last game, it was boom, 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 all of a sudden the second period. So something to kind of look at. Maybe if you're the Rangers, that, again, you're just feeling your opponent out, a little bit of changes on the Devils side of things, especially with a new goaltender, just kind of feeling out what he's good at, what he's not throughout the first period. But if you're the Devils, too, I think you should be happy with it. I think they'd be more than happy if they had a 1-0 lead. But again, kind of what I mentioned earlier is that they got to pick up the pace a little bit. But for me, it's been a little bit slow in the neutral zone. Pick it up a little bit more Jack Hughes. I'd like to see him keep being involved in the play. But yeah, I think the chances they've had have been good. I'd like to see a bit more quality instead of just shooting it maybe right at Shesterkin. We can argue what that was with the at the very end there when we thought he was going 5-hole. But yeah, other than that, it's been a good period. It's been a good start, and I think both teams are still kind of feeling each other out.
Yeah, no question. And so both teams will obviously look to make some adjustments in going into the second period, and hopefully we start to see some goals. But we've got a good goaltending matchup through 20, good back and forth game so far through the first period, and we will see what happens. But before we get to our second intermission, we're going to step aside for the first time tonight to get a word from our sponsors. Kyle, while we were gone, this happened.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bono Winter, thank you for the $20 donation.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. I did not.
Thank
you. That is a pleasant thing to come back to the first intermission report.
You know what that means? Hey, we got to step up our game now.
Oh yeah. Now we really got. Yeah. No mistakes. No nothing.
No mistakes. Yeah. No mistakes. Let's step up our game.
Thank you. Thank you, Bo, for the donation. And guys, you can also donate as well. You don't have to, but it's greatly appreciated. All donations go back to the host like myself and Kyle. We are here at the first intermission report again. No score between the Devils and Rangers after 20 minutes of play. Shots 12-11 favor the Devils. Really good back and forth game. Both teams kind of not filling each other out, but more just they see each other. They know they're exploiting some things, but both goaltenders have come to play so far. Yep,
for sure. We just real quick, I had to look it up. We were looking at Devin Levi and his ritual, and I thought there was a story behind it. Are you a Star Wars guy?
Yes. What?
Yes. Okay. So, NHL goaltender Devin Levi kneels during commercial breaks in his games because he was inspired by Qui-Gon Jinn when he was a kid.
I get it. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can tell Devin Levi is a 2000 kid. You can tell like he's
I had my thoughts kind of before the break of this first period. What have you liked so far from both teams, and what do you want to see improve on both sides as well?
So I'll start with the Rangers. What I like is that they just keep playing the way that they're playing. Like they're not doing anything differently, except, and I don't know if it's that they're doing something differently or that the Devils they've improved, is that they've given up some really good off rushes. 20 seconds in, Kyle, Jesper Bratt, partial breakaway. If Patrick Kane doesn't hook him, thank you, doesn't hook him, he gets a really good opportunity. Maybe he scores, maybe he doesn't. Who knows? We have controversy apparently in.
I just saw that. Yeah,
in Tampa. I don't know. We're not watching that game, obviously, so I have no idea what is going on. But yeah, if you're the Rangers,
4-2.
Was it 4-2?
It's 4-2. Yes.
4-2. Who? Tampa? Toronto?
Oh. Nope. Sorry. 3-2. No. Sorry.
3-2. Who? Tampa.
3-2. Sorry. Tampa. Yes. And 2-3 Tampa. Sorry. Continue.
Got you. Yeah. So that game's going on right now. That's been a funny series. You've had 2 blowouts, one for each team. So that series, the goaltending be damned. Both goaltenders have been hot garbage, if we're being honest. I'm eating ice cream in hopes for Neil to chug his red wine. Why do you guys want me to do this?
Okay.
I'm not chugging my wine.
What's it got to take for you to have a second glass of wine? Doesn't have to be tonight. I'm just curious, what would it take?
Second glass, you thought about just in general?
Well, no, just while we do. You've had one glass every time we do a stream.
Give me a $50. Give us a $50 donation, and I'll do it.
Yes, and Andrew's been screaming my name. Yes, it was my fault. I thought it was 4-2. I lied. It was 3-2.
No. Andrew B, big time Leafs fan. I'm sure he's watching that game. But
get a solid donation like 5 minutes ago, and I'm already screwing the pooch.
we're already off our game. But going back to what I've seen from the Devils, I really like how they play. They don't look intimidated. They don't look scared. They look like a team that is on a mission, that they're not rattled by the fact that they're down 2-0. Akira Schmid is what's giving this team confidence. He's making saves, and then the Devils are coming back as a response offensively and saying, hey, look, he's back there, keeping us going. Let's push here. The thing about it, again, is that you're starting to see the Devils kind of slowly get Shesterkin to move a little bit more, make him think a little bit. One thing to keep in mind, Kyle, this is very important. Shesterkin does not like holding the puck, if that makes sense. He likes
giving away rebounds?
Yeah, he will. No. What he'll do is he'll catch it, and instead of holding it, even if there's a guy right there, he'll play it. And sometimes that has not worked out for him. But it's something that the Devils need to keep in mind. And also, Shesterkin is not afraid to go back and play the puck. Even if he's got someone coming right at him, he will still play it when he probably shouldn't. So that could be something that maybe the Devils need to have happen to get it going.
Right. Oh, interesting.
That's the way I look at it.
No, that's a good take. Yeah, I think I would say the same thing, but I would just remind you that, they have looked good in the first period before in these first 2 games. They have, right? I think even though all the way back to maybe the early goals, sure, in game 1, I thought they were the better team after the first period in game 2, right? So, it's I really think it's gonna say a lot when I really want to see how the Rangers come out here in the second period again because of what we saw in game 2. Yeah, the Devils looked great in the first there. I thought it was fairly even for the most part here. Okay. What? All right.
What the hell is going on? $50 donation from Bodo Winter.
What is going on tonight?
Okay, Bodo, first of all, thank you for hanging out with us. I don't know if we've met ever. I apologize if we have before. Wow. Okay, here's $50 to do whatever obnoxiously you think you want to do. Do you guys have great personalities? Maybe I should watch you guys more often. Yeah, absolutely. Would really appreciate it. We appreciate donations. I guess I'm having a second glass of wine tonight, folks. Right. I'm almost done with this one. So, I can get there.
I love how that's what it's
I'm really stunned right now.
I'm
really stunned. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Well, you know what? just thank you. And if you want to keep watching us more often, we're going to be here more often throughout the playoffs. So we hope everybody tunes in to watch too. We got a lot of great games going on throughout the playoffs. You're going to see a lot more. We've had at least one go on every single day. You're going to get another one tomorrow, and we hope you guys can kind of watch not just us, right? Because we're just us, right? To put it lightly. But again, like there's a lot of other guys who are great out there too who've done these live streams clearly longer than I have, and you guys should check them out too.
Absolutely. As now they're showing a little bit of actually this might be the controversy they're showing between
here, yeah.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay. So I think Samsonov, the puck is somewhere. Okay.
He
so
doesn't know where it is.
I see what it is. I see what's going on here. Okay. So I think the controversy is Tampa thought they scored and the puck ended up in the back of the net, but I think the ref might have blown the whistle. Right now, ESPN has Dave Jackson, kind of as who's the rules analyst. I don't know what they're talking about specifically, but
we just see something recently where I don't know if it was a Leaf goalie or maybe it was Vasilevsky, but or even early in the playoffs, didn't we see a goalie who just didn't have sight on the puck and it was sitting on his pad and somebody whacked it in? That's what I see there. He doesn't know where it is. Yeah,
well, the good news for Tampa is that they're currently winning after 2 periods. But let's keep an eye on that. Let's keep an eye on that wave no goal and see if that becomes a factor in the third.
Yeah, that's about right.
I hope you're right. I still hope you're right. I hope that ends up being the case.
But unless the ref sees it differently and he goes, okay, it's under his pad or it's covered, right? I don't know. I think if Samsonov can show there that he has some sort of idea where it is, then just from the ref's point of view, then yeah, maybe he has it covered. But I don't know. That's a little phantom to me. So no, I'm not all right.
No, Kyle's not all right. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. You're asking if someone's all right. No one's all right during the Stanley Cup playoffs. Even if you're a team that's not in it, you're not all right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Wow, from a guy who doesn't have a horse.
Wow, dude. They have Jack and Nico Hischier sitting together. Jack just looks like he has seen some. He just sat there with his cup, and he's just he looks like he has seen some shit.
Right.
But again, no, I mean, look. It's. I was going to say, look, if you're the Devils, keep playing the way you're playing because honestly, this is going to generate goals at some point. And if you're the Rangers, just limit the off rushes. That's really it.
I mean, that's what we've been saying though for the last 2 games is that eventually they're going to put the puck in the net, and they haven't.
I know, and we've played 7 periods and they've scored 2 goals. And look, you bring up a great point, Kyle. Game 2, Devils came out 1-0 lead. All good. VTech looked good. Everything was fine. And then things imploded in the second and third.
Right.
What do the Devils look like in the second and third?
That's why we have to see what the Rangers look like coming out of the second period, which is probably going to be most important here.
So why is that Branson dangerous?
Connor, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it's dangerous. Everyone who drives down there. So for us, it's the 400 series highways, okay? And I'll give you a great example. I was near Brampton the other day, and it was whatever. Usually it's 100 kilometers an hour for our speed limit. They caught a guy that day on the highway we were going down, and they caught him doing 210 kilometers an hour.
Jesus.
Right? So,
Jesus.
These people don't know how to drive. Everybody's in a rush. Everyone's in a rush to get somewhere. I don't know why, but that's always the case every time we drive down near the Brampton, Toronto area. Mm-hmm. It's like every man for themselves. Nobody could care about each other. I don't care if you want to get in each other's lanes. So that's why it's mainly dangerous. And there's a lot of crime that happens there. So just a quick little geography lesson for everybody.
Fair enough. Also, shout out to all the Devils fans that are at at Madison Square Garden tonight. Prices are ridiculous. The lowest price I saw, by the way, was $400 for 1 ticket to the Garden tonight. So, just keep that in mind. What are you saying?
It's cheaper than the Leafs tickets.
It's clearly cheaper than the Leafs tickets. But the thing also that I should mention is just the fact that, and this has happened throughout the season, the Devils just seem to be more comfortable playing on the road. I don't know why exactly. Maybe it's the fan base. Maybe it's us, which I understand.
Maybe.
I totally get it. I don't.
I'm out of this, but yeah.
Me specifically, no, who knows? But I will say this: I did just watch a video. The Devils' social media team posted it. Lindy Ruff lit into his team before this game started. He said, "Play for each other, be fast, and play New Jersey Devils hockey. Let's go." And like that. Okay, maybe that's not lighting. Maybe that's not. He didn't let into his team. Sorry, that's an over-exaggeration. It's more like he wanted to get the message across. This team has to get back to how they've played before. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. I don't know if I want Lindy Ruff really being the guy giving the speeches per se, other than just kind of, I don't see him as being that guy, and maybe I'm wrong, but he's not maybe a guy that I look at and go, yeah, you're really going to inspire me going into the second period of a game 3 in the playoffs. I don't know. That's just me, but
that's still a lot, Connor. That's still a lot. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, okay. It's a lot. No, it's a lot. Sorry. No, it's because it's funny. We were I was at a Lightning game for the first time back in November. Up in the 300 sections, it was $35.
Nice. I think my dad and I went to Toronto in late September. We just happened to be in the same place we happen to be in the same place where Aaron Judge tied the home run record. Although we went to the game before and not the game that actually happened. We were actually at the Leafs Canadians preseason game. And even for a preseason game, it was packed to the gills.
Right.
And that was impressive. I was impressed by that. But I don't really want to talk about the Leafs. I want to talk about this game. Here we go, boys. As now, puck is dropped and period 2 is underway. So again, Kyle, let's see if things continue to trend in the way that they have been in second and third periods for both of these teams. Again, shots off the rush, shot attempts off the rush, 9-2 Devils. Shot attempts, 27-15 New Jersey. So in that sense, it kind of feels like the Devils have been better, although it doesn't feel like it, though, considering the shots on goal pretty even and the chances have been pretty even.
Yeah, it's been very even. Again, I think we just go back to this. I would like to argue this is the biggest period of the Devils season right here.
Absolutely.
Would you agree? Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's no question about it. They need to find a way to just get some confidence here in terms of offense. And it starts with not only scoring a goal, but scoring more than one, because you haven't done that yet. And goals per game. Devils are finished the regular season, averaging 3.52 a game. That was tied for the fourth highest average in the league. They currently have an average of 1 per game since they've scored 2 in 2 games. Now, Palat has the puck, holds, lost the puck. Eric Hall gets his stick knocked away from him, no penalty. And the Rangers come the other way and they'll dump it into the right corner. But Palat there, I don't know if he hesitated or couldn't control it. But either way, he could not get a decent shot on goal there, or even a shot in general.
Yeah, how did he lose a stick for starters? I don't know who it was, but I just saw a stick.
It was Eric Hall. I think somebody whacked his stick off because he kind of looked at it. Aaron Judge is in the building tonight. Not a shock. Yankees coming off a 3-2 walk-off win. Anthony Volpe of the Yankees is in the stands. Anthony Volpe, first career home run. Earlier today, scored 2 of the 3 runs. Yankees with a 3-2 win in 9, winning on a walk-off single by DJ LeMahieu. You guys did not need to know that. You don't care. Just wanted to mention.
Don't even tell them who they played. It's not like they played the Blue Jays or anything. Way to walk right across that, Neil. Thanks.
I actually forgot that they played the Blue Jays.
Okay. Sure
I'm not the biggest baseball person, so I forgot. I didn't even know the Yankees were playing today until the 8th inning. So sue me.
Got it.
Now Tatar dumps it into the zone. And here's another funny stat. The Rangers have almost a perfect record when New York Giants head coach Brian Daboll is in the stands. So I don't know if that means literally anything at all, but just wanted to mention that. Is now a pass in front there. Good stick by Shesterkin. Otherwise, Mercer would have had a point-blank chance. As now Philip Hedl gets around Damon Severson. Hedl now forehanded around the boards. Devils get to it, almost taken away by the Rangers. Lindgren tries to keep it in, and it looks like Mercer might have gotten the puck, might have chipped him in the face. I mean, there's going to be no penalty there. Now the Rangers set up. Lafreniere takes a shot that goes high and wide of the net. Lindgren holds it in. Lindgren, he tried to wrap it around the boards. It comes out of the zone. Adam Fox, Kyle, 4 points in game 1, 2 in game 2, and the Rangers are 17-0 when Adam Fox has multiple points in a game.
You beat me to it. I was just going to mention that.
Yeah, fair enough. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Capo Caco, he scored a goal in game number 2, second overall pick in 2019, behind Jack Hughes of the New Jersey Devils. So that continues to be a point of contention between the two rivals. We get an icing here against the Devils. So
Jack Hughes and Capo Caco, they're 22 years old.
They are both 22.
That's wild.
They both now can legally drink in the United States.
Hey.
They can buy a beer for their. They can buy the drinks are on them after games.
Do you feel another stupid penalty here by the Devils are going to cost them here in the second period if it happens?
Yeah, I think because you can't give the Rangers power play too many chances.
Right.
Like, look, the Devils killed out the first 2 penalties that they took in game number 2, right? And then after that, things just snowballed for them on the penalty kill. I mean, the game itself snowballed, but like that just made it worse. You know what I mean? As now the Rangers might be a 2-on-1 as a drop pass there. Why did Jimmy Vesey do that? As now we get a stop here as Timo Meier is down on his knees. I don't know if there's a penalty or not. I'm not sure. Timo got up, and he's fine. He's fine. Barclay Goodrow is now on the... I don't know. I'm missing something here. Might be just a stoppage of play, I think. I don't know. I think it is. I'm not sure. I don't know. But you look at Jimmy... I think it was Vesey. Oh, my. Oh, my God. That's borderline penalty right there.
That is a penalty. He has his elbow.
Deep shot. Did they miss it? They must have missed it. I think they did.
They blew.
They blew it dead, but that was like 40 seconds afterwards. And the Rangers had the puck. Now, are the refs talking about it? Is that what's going on? I don't know what happened.
He got cheap shot. I'm surprised he's not bleeding.
He's apparently no penalty. Faceoff will be in the Devil's zone to the left of Akira. I got to be honest with you, Kyle. If the Rangers score in the next minute, that's going to be a point of contention right there.
I agree. Why is that not a penalty?
I don't know. I don't want to say the fix. I don't want to say the fix is in. I'm not trying to be that guy, but
I don't want to compare it to Michael Bunting a little bit, but he definitely has.
Bunting deliberately did that. I don't think there's a shot there from Dougie gets stopped. Rebound tries kicked aside. Palat now with the puck using the power move. Palat's still with it now, looking for some help. He loses it. Rangers come back the other way, might have a 2-on-1. Kreider comes in with a shot and he scores! It's Chris Kreider with his 5th goal of the playoffs. His first non-power play goal. And the Rangers early on in the second take the lead. It's 1-0.
The second Palat lost that puck at the blue line, I knew
and Lindy Ruff is understandably furious with the no call there. That was clearly fucking bullshit. Kyle,
Palat, you can't do that. Watch Palat here.
Well, look, Palat is in a situation where he's trying to get it out, and we're trying to keep it, and he can't. And then, you know what? Good job by Dougie to obviously get back with Zibanejad. I think Siegenthaler should have tried to get on Kreider more. Look how much space he's giving Kreider there. It's just bad. And a good shot by Kreider, but keep in mind, less than a minute prior, Timo Meier got rocked in the face, no penalty.
True.
And that could, and I'm just saying, that could be something that could rock the Devils' confidence all of a sudden. It's like, well, we're not going to get the calls, and the Rangers just scored, and that's that, and it's whatever. But let's see what let's see if the Devils have a response here after all of that. So now we have some controversy here early in the second period. Rangers with the 1-0 lead thanks to a Chris Kreider goal. Rangers now with the puck. Trocheck drops to the Panarin. Panarin now with it. Backhand try, and that one gets fought up by Kira Schmid. Puck goes into the left corner. Fuck, is that a penalty? as Marino's down, and I think they called the penalty on the Devil. I think. Did they call? Oh, wait, no. Wait, sorry. Hold on a second. Wait, did they call? I'm confused. Nobody for the. I'm lost. Ryan Graves is heated. I think he's going to the box. I don't know. Someone's going to the box.
I think he's going to the box. Yeah.
So it's interference call against Ryan Graves. Okay, now I'm starting to know. Okay, Kyle, I don't mean to be that guy. I really don't mean to be that guy. But like all of a sudden, you have had two very questionable things happen that eventually resulted in a goal. Now the Rangers, Kyle, you mentioned it, power play opportunity, have a chance to double the lead here and really grab that momentum.
Sure.
That penalty. However, that penalty is going to be called all day long. That's an easy call. He's a guy in front of that. I don't know if they called that. I think it was cross-checking, correct?
They called interference. I think if I were to say this is
regardless, he's a guy who's nowhere near the puck, and there's no need to do that. So Absolutely. It's a tough penalty to take, but
it is.
Yeah, no, you're definitely going to go back to that Meyer one. That one's definitely questionable, but yeah.
It's really going to make you wonder. Now the Rangers set up here. Patrick Kane on the right face-off dot. Deflection by Zibanejad, but it goes wide of the net. Rangers now regain it. Fox backhands it over to Panarin. Panarin, left face-off dot. Gets it over to Zibanejad. Backhand try. Good diving play by Siegenthaler. Rangers still with it. Rangers 0-1 on the power play, had 3 shots on it. 4 of 11 right now in the playoffs, which again, doesn't look like it's that good, but trust me, it's been very good as a drive by Panarin goes wide of the net, but Fox regains it for New York. Fox now being pinned by Jonas Siegenthaler. Devils trying to get out of the zone, and they do. And this is a big, honestly, Kyle, it's a massive penalty kill here if you're the Devils.
It is, yeah. Well, they're doing a good job of it so far. They haven't folded yet. Again, what we mentioned, don't take yourself out of the game. And obviously, I think people are saying it's a little bit questionable with Graves. I totally disagree. That's a penalty that they're going to call all day long. But no, they've been doing a really good job so far with another dump down the ice.
Yeah, so 50 seconds to go on the power play here. Devils doing a good job. They've cleared it twice already. Akira Schmid looks strong, so you can kind of feel like that the Devils' penalty kill has been better, is now almost a breakaway chance for the Rangers. Akira Schmid plays the puck to the right corner. Nico Hischier gets it, and he clears. Devils' penalty kill, by the way, 82.6 success rate in the regular season, 4th best in the NHL. So that has been a strong suit. Timo got elbowed, shouldn't have gotten penalty for that. I don't know if he's still on the ice, though. I think he is.
I was going to say minus the 4 power play goals by Chris Kreider, but other than that, it's been great.
Right. And Kreider scores his 5th of the year again. He has the lone goal. It wasn't a power play goal, so that's his first even straight goal of the playoffs. Is now Filipino up the left side, has some space, drops it to Trouba. Trouba now over into the right corner, Lafreniere. Power play is up, so the Devils kill that, but the Rangers still have the puck in the zone. Miller gets it over to Trocheck. Trocheck now to Miller. Miller walks the line. Wrist shot, and that one goes up high and into the stomach or chest area of Schmid, and he'll cover. 13:22 to go in the second, but not without some controversy as Timo Meier got hit up high. No penalty, and less than a minute later, Chris Kreider gets the Rangers on the board with his 5th goal of the playoffs, his first at 5-on-5.
Yep. I'll say that, yes, the penalty should have been called. That's an elbow. I'm shocked that it didn't. But as much as that is controversy, 100% should be a penalty. I'm surprised that they didn't. But I'm going back to that goal with Andre Palat. You can't be tiptoeing the blue line, especially with whatever they had. They had 3 or 4 Rangers right at the top of the blue line there for a chance to advance and have an on-man rush, right? So I just don't love him kind of skating a little bit tiptoeing on that blue line there. To me, he probably should have just dumped it in. But he just gave him a great chance, and Kreider it was a good shot. You have to give him credit where credit is due.
No, I mean, I'm not, there's nothing wrong with the goal. I have no issues with the goal, nothing. Obviously, it sucks that it created a 2-on-1. Rangers took advantage of it and scored. It's the fact that just moments prior, Timo Meier got rocked in the head by, I think it was Barclay Goodrow, if I'm not mistaken, who made the hit, and no penalty was called. And Timo's lying he's lying down face first in the ice, and all the ref does is eventually blow a whistle to stop play, and that was that. So it's a frustrating thing here as Matthews and Stamkos fighting. are apparently fighting. I wish I could see that. Okay. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's still 3-2 on that end there, but yeah, like it was a good. It's been good so far. Good kill. Just don't make sure we have to have a response now, right? I think it's whatever. It's happened. It's in the past. Right. How are you going to respond as players, right? So that's
exactly that's the thing.
If this is something we talked about after the game, then so be it, right? But it's about moving on and just just creating chances now, right?
Without question, and I think that the Devils, it's going to, again, another interesting position. How do they respond after the no call and then giving up that goal? Now they're down in a hostile territory. The Devils, plain and simple, have to get the next goal. They have to find a way to get back and get themselves a goal. They've only had one shot so far. Devils also 22 wins when their opponent scores first. That was tied for the most in the regular season with the Bruins. Again, regular season doesn't mean anything once the playoffs start, but again, they just like to show these stats.
Yep, totally agree. Yep. It's stats at the end of the day.
Yeah. I will definitely, before we go to commercial break, when we go to commercial break, I will get a second glass of wine, I promise.
Beautiful. You're going to leave me all alone?
No, I mean, I'm going to leave you alone.
I don't know if I do that.
Unless someone's getting it for me. Probably not. Who knows? Someone in particular. But face off to the right here of Akira Schmid. Andrew H. says should have gotten the penalty, but nope, refs missed it. They did miss it. Quite frankly, they did miss the call. And
with 4 guys.
And you can see, Lindy was infuriated with the no call, and then the Rangers scored relatively soon after. Oh my, just for brackets, rock, and a shot by the Rangers just goes wide. Follow-up try there gets blocked in front. Devils trying to get out of the zone. Nico Hischier having some trouble with Jacob Trouba. Now both teams kind of whacking at it. Siegenthaler gets tripped up, but I think it was Timo Meier who tripped him up. Timo's back on the ice. Long feed over to Nico Hischier. Devils come in the zone. Trying to make a drop pass, and it's easily taken away by Tyler Mott, who will dump it in. It's now Jonas Siegenthaler with the puck. He backhands it off the boards, and then a slow hit. That was the slowest it ever is. Oh my, we have a penalty. Oh no! Timo Meier is down again, and it's Barclay Goodrow again.
Is he one of the balls?
Oh my God! What is up with Good? And here's Kyle, I'll give you a fun fact. Barclay Goodrow and Timo Meier were teammates in San Jose.
Right.
They're friends. What
are they calling for?
Well, wait, let's see here. Who's the penalty on? Oh my! Wait, is it? Oh, that's what happened. Okay, Goodrow did not like the hit, so now the Devils get a compensatory goal. And now we'll go to the power play. Second time tonight. Big moment here, Kyle, if you're New Jersey.
Also, it's true. Meier needs a break. He's been beating the hell up tonight.
Absolutely. Wow. By the way, I got my second glass. I'm good.
Hey, good job. That was magic.
I think I have enough for. A third. I don't know if I'm getting to that point. I don't think I want to. No.
It's Saturday night. We got a good game going here.
So the face-off to the left of Shesterkin, or the right of Shesterkin. Rangers win the face-off. Tried to clear it. They can't. Regain it. Can't get it out again. Severson, that gets it over. Eric Holla gets hit from behind. No penalty. Actually, Kyle, Devils starting this power play with their second power play unit. So that's kind of an interesting decision. Eric Holla now with it. Holla wraps it around the boards. Gets over to Palat. Palat backhands it, but nobody's there. Rangers going to clear it, and they will. So, again, who scored the goal for the Rangers? It was a 2-on-1 top shelf goal from Chris Kreider, 5-on-5.
Was it assisted? I don't know.
I don't think so. No, not really, as that puck goes out of play. So we're going to face off here. Minute 18 to go in the Devils power play. 11:55 to go in the second. 1-0 Rangers on a Chris Kreider goal. One more game coming up tonight. Game 3, Avalanche Kraken. The series shifts to Seattle at Climate Pledge Arena. Gonna be a rocking crowd there in Seattle. And we'll see if the Kraken can find a way to grab the two games to one lead. So it's going to be a good one.
And for people wondering, it was Chris Kreider assisted from Mika Zibanejad and Patrick Kane.
Got you. As now the Rangers come the other way, shorthanded. Vincent Trocheck looking, tries to feed it over to Keandre Miller, but miss. Here come the Devils the other way. Jack Hughes has some speed, drops it over to Nico. Nico with a toe drag, now gets it to Jack. Jack Hughes, top of the point to Dougie. Dougie, drive, and that one is blockered up and out of play off a good save from Shesterkin. So that was a good setup there to get Dougie Hamilton a shot. But again, Shesterkin continuing to be a brick wall right now, but I kind of I know it didn't work out, but I kind of like, Kyle, that the Devils started with their second power play unit on this power play.
Absolutely. I love the shot by Dougie there. It's 85 for a guy
excuse me. He hit the post.
Yeah.
He beat Shesterkin, but he hit the post, and that's just, in a way, that's kind of how it's gone for New Jersey here in this series so far.
Yeah, no, totally. But just great eyes by Dougie, not taking a full slap shot, just usually you would take a 95, 100 mile per hour slap shot and just see where it goes. You noticed it was 85 there, and it was interesting how he just really tried to aim that as much as he could.
He was definitely looking for Nico Hischier, who was stemming in front. Is now the Rangers looking nearly for a shorthanded chance from Kreider, but couldn't control it. Devils come back into the offensive zone. Jesper Bratt drops it to Timo Meier. Puck bounces up in the air, goes to the left corner, and we get stoppage of play as the puck was touched with a high stick, and now Fox and Nico having some words after the play. Clearly, there is some frustration. Again, Kyle, you're seeing this. These two teams really do not like each other.
Of course not. Why would they?
Right. And I think you can see from the Devils. I think the Devils, what I like is that they're showing a lot of fight in this game. They're pissed off. They got embarrassed, and they're trying to get back in the series. Is Nico going to the box? No shot. What? What is he going to the box for?
He was on his way there.
It looked like he was on his way, but maybe the ref was just pushing him away from everybody just so that he wouldn't do anything. Yeah, no, he's still on the ice. He's going to take a face-off just outside of the Rangers zone. Face-off won cleanly by Zibanejad. He'll clear it. 15 seconds to go on the Devil power play. So it looks like the Devils will drop to 0-2. They did have one good chance by Dougie, but it hit the post. Because now here comes Bratt. Gets over to Timo. Now over to Nico Hischier. Power play is up for New Jersey. Devils still with the puck in the O-zone. Bratt over to Nico. Nico, one-time shot by Dougie. That one is stopped by Shesterkin. Good shot there as the power play expires. Devils looking to keep the pressure on here in the offensive zone. Rangers get to it. Wrap it around the boards and out. So Devils power play continuing to be a problem in terms of, for the Devils. They have not been able to take advantage of a lot of man advantages. And here come the Devils down to the zone. Timo Meier with a shot! And that one was fought off by Shesterkin. Point-blank shot from Timo, but Shesterkin makes the save. Mercer now with a backhand try, and that one just goes wide. Shesterkin, and Timo gets cross-checked in the back into the net. I don't know if anything's going on, and I
think so. Yeah, there is. Totally is.
There is. Yeah, of course. Of course. This is how it's going to go. I mean, this is okay, now we got Panarin and Kevin Ball. And mind you, Panarin is short compared to Kevin Ball.
Just by a little bit.
But
man, I saw Shesterkin fall over, so I'm like, oh yeah, they're totally going to blow the whistle here.
No, well, the refs skated immediately to Shesterkin, and I was thinking immediately they're going to call a penalty here. They're just going to call it. But no, Igor Shesterkin continues to be strong in net. We'll show it again. Braden Schneider. Bro, that was several and what the hell was that? That was unbelievable. So Braden Schneider cross-checks Timo into Shesterkin, and then Shesterkin has an issue with Timo. Then Schneider cross-checks Timo several more times. I don't know. Is Timo Meier now public enemy number one in New York?
How is that not a penalty?
How is that nothing?
He gets cross-checked 2 or 3 times into Shesterkin. Shesterkin takes his section, gives him a good couple punches with his blocker, and he gets nothing.
This is rough. This unfortunately, especially when you're
all that,
especially when you're a fan, Kyle, you can't help but think something's up. You can't. You know what I mean?
Right, but again, as an unbiased person.
By the way, we have 53 people in the chat right now, so thank you all for hanging out with us. Like and subscribe while you're here, guys, please.
Quick question, though. If I'm Meier and Shesterkin gives me 2 or 3 shots, why can't I punch him back?
because
why can't I retaliate?
I feel like they protect goalies in the NHL like the NFL protects its quarterbacks. You know what I mean?
Yes. Why can't we? Right? He's clearly got more material, right, on his blocker than somebody's glove. I don't know. I hate that because it's like, why are you trying to protect Shesterkin so much? Like, if Meyer just even like pushed him a little bit, I guarantee you he'd be in the box right now.
And so Kevin Ball and Artemi Panarin both are in the box. So all of that leads to two guys who were not involved in the play. Well, I mean, they were involved in the left corner. Okay, so instead of giving penalties to the guys at the other end, they gave penalties to the two people who weren't really doing anything. What is going on right now? I'm so confused.
Sorry, I was eating. I'm surprised. So what? They just get 2 for, was it 4-on-4 now?
I'm going to assume that it's 5-on-5? Question mark? I don't know. George Gallant looking perplexed, but then again, his face always looks perplexed. You know what I mean? Like, he always looks like perplexed, and then we have Rangers fans getting on their feet, slowly clapping.
Look at Ed Sheeran there in the crowd. Holy shit.
Crazy. But, by the way, Tampa's still up 3-2 on the Leafs, 11 minutes to go in the third. So that game's going underway. By the way, why did the Golden Knights-Jets game, why was that a 1 o'clock game?
It was 4 o'clock Eastern my time.
4 o'clock, yeah. Why?
Yeah.
They just NBA playoffs, probably.
Probably, and they also like to separate it, I find, on the weekend.
Okay, so now Tarasenko is also in the box for the Rangers. I'm really lost. Wait, why are there two guys?
Who was shot? It was Schneider on...
It was Braden Schneider. Schneider's not even in the box. So Panarin's in there, and so is Tarasenko. How many people are in the Devils box? They showed one before. I don't see another one in. I mean, they haven't shown it. Is there a Devils power play? Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay, so the Devils are on the power play throughout all of that. So I don't know.
I don't know what happened, but okay.
Rangers win the face-off, and they immediately clear. Devils 0 for 2 with one shot so far in the power play. 1 of 10 so far in the playoffs. Once again, another opportunity here to tie it. Let's see what they can do. Bratt comes up the center of the ice, drops it for Jack Hughes. Hughes comes in on sides, has some space. Hughes now walks the line, gives it to Nico. Now gets it to Dougie, over to Bratt. Now back to Dougie Hamilton. Over to Jack Hughes. Hughes with a wrist shot, and he scores! It's Jack Hughes going top shelf, beating Shesterkin on the power play. And we got a tie hockey game. It's 1-1.
Okay, first off, I want to know what the penalty was. So if the chat can answer that, that'd be great.
Second, that was a goal.
I was just going to say, second thing, like, that was a phenomenal shot by Hughes.
Oh, look at this shot again. So we'll see. Look at his setup. Great setup. Jack Hughes got space. Good job by Andre Palat. He got Shesterkin to move his head to the left, and Shesterkin had no prayer. Top shelf, when in doubt. And as my, I'll give credit to, again, they show a replay of Igor Shesterkin again. Like hitting Timo. What is going on in this game?
That might have been the penalty.
But it wasn't. But it wasn't Schneider. It was Schneider, not Tarasenko.
No, but what I'm saying is that might have been the penalty for Shesterkin hitting him, so they had to put Tarasenko in the box.
But I thought it was Schneider. Was there more than one Ranger player there?
No. Schneider did his own thing. What I'm saying is Shesterkin hit him in the net, and that was
the penalty. So they gave a penalty. Okay, they gave a penalty to Shesterkin. Got it. I'm with it now. So yeah, Shesterkin takes a dumb penalty, and the Devils make him pay. So the Devils second power play goal of the playoffs, first of the night, and it's Jack Hughes who gets it, his second goal of the playoffs. So now we'll see what the Devils can do here. Dawson Mercer comes in with a slow backhand that's easily sticked aside by Shesterkin. So that is a really, really good response. It took a while, Kyle, but nonetheless, good response from New Jersey. Kyle, I think you're muted. Why are you muted?
I was muted because I got food, so I forgot.
I was going to say, did I mute you as a shot there from Siegenthaler gets blocked in front? Ranger player goes down. Now the Rangers come the other way, they'll flip it in. But yeah, I was confused. I thought I had done something.
No. I was just saying that's the power play they needed to answer, and they did. Right, they were 1 for 10, like you mentioned.
Fair enough. Whoa, that was interesting. Okay. A ref just shoved Siegenthaler. Did you see that?
Look at this. Nobody's watching Hughes. No one's got him.
Yeah, nobody's watching. Oh, look at that was bing and in. And the best part, I don't know if they showed it really quickly. They showed a Rangers fan giving like Jack Hughes the bird. It was hilarious. Hey, I love that. By the way, Jack Hughes' mom and dad, Jim and Ellen, are at the game. Why does Jim Hughes look like who played Herb Brooks in Miracle? Who's the actor? Kurt Russell. That was it. He looks like Kurt Russell. And also Quinn Hughes is in the building. Not a shock either. Here come the Devils. Jesper Bratt. Drop pass over to Damon Severson. Almost could control it. He gets it back. Devils keeping it in the zone. Jesper Boquist holds it. Gets it. Drive by Severson. Just goes wide. Jesper Bratt now with the puck. Bratt stops. Has the puck on his backhand. Waits. Still with it now. Drops it to Severson. Severson with a drop. That one gets blocked in front. And now we're going to stop him. What do we have here?
A penalty?
They're sending Bratt, I think, to the... Wait, why? What's going on? Are you giving the Rangers a soft call now? New Jersey 63. New Jersey penalty. 2 minutes interfere. What? What the shit is going on?
But I thought they blew the whistle when the Rangers had the puck.
What is this? Okay, so let's see. I see what he's talking about.
Okay, fair enough.
The thing is that the Rangers touched it, so it's a 2-minute interference call on Jesper Bratt. So now the Rangers have a golden opportunity here to get the lead back. 0 for 2 so far in the power play now with 3 shots. 4 of 12 in the power play so far in these playoffs. Let's see if they can get that goal here. As Fox now with the puck. He loses it for a moment, regains it. Zibanejad now with it. Over to Patrick Kane. Kane now slowly with the right faceoff dot. Gets it over to Panarin. Now to Fox. Fox now to Panarin. Gets it over to Kane. Patrick Kane holds. Red shot! That one is stopped by Schmidt. And he looked for Chris Kreider again. As now Adam Fox with it. Over to Kane. Kane doing his thing. Gets it over to Kreider. Kreider behind the net. Chris Kreider now. That one's taken away by Bastian, and it'll clear. But you saw there, Kyle, again. Chris Kreider standing in front of the net, looking for a deflection.
Yeah, and it sucks too. Like, you got to have a guy on him the whole time with Chris Kreider. But just going back, like the momentum, that's such a momentum killer if you're giving New York this kind of power play.
Absolutely. So we'll see let's see what's going on here. 1:10 drive by Panarin, and that one gets blocked in front. Michael McLeod gets it and clears it for New Jersey. So the Devils have been able to clear. Shesterkin makes a long feed that was blocked by Ryan Graves. Rangers immediately regain it. Now the Devils whacking it along here. Now opportunities to Zibanejad with a backhand. That one is stopped by Schmidt. Rangers setting it up again. Fox, 48 seconds to go in the Ranger power play. Fox top of the blue line. Gets it over to Kane. Kane now with it now. Gets it over to Fox. Fox now to Kane on the right faceoff dot. Kane still holding it here. Stick handling. Having a little bit of pressure here. Looking for a passing lane. Gets it to Zibanejad with a shot. And that one's stopped by Schmidt, and the Devils clear again. Second point-blank chance for Zibanejad.
They can't give Kane that much time. They can't.
They can't give Zibanejad all day to stand in the slot like that. That was the concerning part there.
That too, yeah.
As now the Rangers' second power play unit comes on. 12 seconds to go in the power play. Devils still trying to get it out of the zone here. Both teams kind of change lines. Curtis Lazar fighting along with it. Devils still looking for it. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. And so the Devils, 3 for 3 on the penalty kill tonight, Kyle. They have done better, has now tried to make a pass over. Rangers keeping it in here with some good pressure from the kid line. Filipino behind the net. Now Lafreniere looks to give him help. Filipino gets it back. Hedl now with the puck. Gets it over and just misses Trouba. And it's going to go all the way back down into the Rangers zone. But if you're the Devils, Kyle, really good job on the penalty kill so far.
Yeah, it was a great kill. They needed it, right? It was probably the biggest one, I would say, of the series up to this date. But yeah, again, I just still go back. It's still a stupid penalty you should take, but it's a good response. You get out of it, and you get that momentum back.
Yeah. It was just like, just for Brett, I mean, at that point, he was trying to give Severson an opportunity to get a shot. And, I mean, he did get it. I mean, Severson had all day to shoot that puck. But
Neil, you got some support.
Yeah, of course. Devil started up. Neil, you are great. Thank you. That's my wonderful mother. Why? Okay, so she's barely. I don't know if they're watching this somewhere, but thank you for the support. Thank you to everybody. As now John Marino comes in, drop pass over to Tomas Tatar. Tatar now to Marino. Marino has some space, drops it over to Jack Hughes. Hughes tries to feed it in front, gets blocked by Schneider. Braden Schneider off the boards, and it looks like it deflected out of play, so no penalty. 4:29 to go in the second period. Jack Hughes with his second goal of the playoffs ties it up, bing bong, right into the net. Tie hockey game 1-1 here late in the second.
Second goal of the series. There you go. Say hi to Mira. Say hi to your mother.
I said, hi, Mom.
Let her know you're doing okay. You know what?
I'm doing great. I'm doing phenomenal. 44 people in the chat right now. Really do appreciate it, guys. Appreciate everybody hanging out. By the way, Kyle, just for fun, when you look at, and you can see it as well, when you look at the predictions in terms of like goals, so far none of us are close.
I am.
All right, you said, what did you say, 3-2?
I said 3-2 overtime.
All right, so you're the closest. So Kyle, right now, you're the closest to getting a shutout at the end of this game.
Oh, I feel so special.
There we go. But honestly, Kyle, go back to that shot by Jack Hughes. Great shot, don't get me wrong. But Palat was the main guy there because he's standing in front of Shesterkin. Remember, Shesterkin is not that tall. He's not very tall. Palat is standing there, so Shesterkin can't really see that well. You see Shesterkin, he moves his head a slight to the left. But even if he saw that all the way, I don't think he makes that save. It was a perfect shot from Hughes.
Oh, he makes the save if he sees it. But yes, it was two things. It was good on Palat for making him, just getting in front of him, making him see left. Or I guess in his vision, it was his left. But it's also good on Jack Hughes for noticing that, hey, his head's over there. Let's take the shot right now. And he buried it beautifully. So it was a two-man effort there, and I thought they executed that really well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. By the way, also, Sean McDonough's doing this game, and if you've watched enough games, you know that Sean McDonough is not the best. I mean, he's okay. He's not the best.
Why? I don't know. Why?
He's very dull. It's the word I would use. Like, the guy who's really good, Kyle, if you get a chance, watch a game between the Stars and the Wild. Bob Wischusen and Brian Boucher. Okay. They are phenomenal in the playoffs. Absolutely phenomenal.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah,
and if you're a New York, New Jersey sports fan, you know who Bob Wischusen is. Just so you know. He's the play-by-play voice on the radio for the Jets.
And I'm assuming they got Ferraro between the benches, correct?
Yeah, Ferraro's between the benches, and Emily Kaplan is the on-ice reporter. I don't know what you call it. Because it's weird, because Ferraro's between the bench. I guess you'd say on-ice reporter, because Emily Kaplan's interviewed both coaches and stuff like that. So there's that. Is now Palat has it on the forecheck. That Jack Hughes tries to feed it in front and almost got it to Holla.
Under 5 minutes left, Lightning up 3-2.
Ooh, that's a tight one right there.
Oh,
I feel like Toronto's going to tie and it's going to go to overtime. I just have a hunch.
I 100%. When I saw it 3-2 after 2, I'm like, this is going to be tied up.
Oh, yeah. It just feels like it. Vincent Trocheck, 22 goals in the regular season. That's the most for him in his career since 17-18. Yeah. So he's had a really good first year on Broadway.
He's had a really good career overall.
What is he, in his mid-30s, early 30s? Like, I know he's not old. I know he's not incredibly old, but I know he's somewhat old.
Yeah, but I mean, for a guy who he's had some deep playoff runs, especially when he was with Carolina. He's been a great player his whole career.
Now a drive from Trouba, and that one hits the post. Oh my goodness, Jacob Trouba with a great chance to score there. Rangers have a drive by Kreider, actually gets knocked away from him. Good play, I think, by Nico on that. But if you look at the shots right now, Kyle, 20-16, that still feels pretty even though it's a little bit in favor of the Rangers.
I was just going to mention that. Does it seem low? Or is that...
Oh, it seems very low. It's now Michael McLeod one-on-one with somebody. McLeod stops, waits, gets it over to Graves, and it hits off his stick, and we have a penalty.
Yeah,
interference against whom? I think... Yeah. Oh, don't tell me it's Timo. You've got to be kidding me. Is Timo Meyer... Bro, what is going on with this? So Timo gets punished, And so the Devils are going to the box again.
Did you miss that?
I didn't see. I was paying attention to Mike.
I caught it at the last second, and that's.
We'll show it again. Here we go. It's
right
now.
Here.
Oh, yeah. It's a bad penalty by.
I get you're trying to screen the guy.
Timo is looking at him like he had time to not do that.
Right. I get you're trying to screen the guy, but if you just stand in front of him and try not to, like, whatever, you get his leg under him, he can't go anywhere. You got to go left or right. You've already done your job. So I think that was unnecessary. Yeah.
So Rangers 0 of 3 now. They had 3 shots on that last power play. They have 6. Devils get the opening face-off of it and clear. So, Kyle, I know you asked this before. Oh, well, you said this before, but do you think now this is the biggest penalty kill of the series so far?
I mean, every time I think another penalty is going to come along soon, and I'll probably say the same thing. I still think the one earlier was big just because it was such a momentum killer. Right. So, obviously this is a big one too. I don't blame you. It's still a very big one, but I still think the one beforehand was a momentum killer. So that's why it was a good job that they killed it.
Devils cleared again here. Maria from Facebook, she says, how to watch the game. You can watch it on ABC or on ESPN Plus, NHL 66 as well. I think there was another one I feel like I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
Is there another one, Kyle, that I'm missing?
No, ABC, ESPN Plus. If you live in Canada, Sportsnet's got it on Sportsnet 1. That's all I know.
Patrick Kane almost got it to Panarin, and that puck is deflected out of play by Nico.
He knew he had a chance there too.
Yeah, look, and you can see Panarin as the series has gone on. He has gotten more and more pissed. I don't know if you've noticed.
I've noticed it too. Yeah, 100%.
I think he feels the pressure, which I don't get why. Maybe because he's getting paid so much money and he knows he needs to step up.
No, like he had a breakaway earlier in the game.
Yeah, no, he's had a game, but so is Timo Meier. Timo Meier has gone through the motions tonight.
The amount of shit that guy's been through today has been unbelievable.
It's hilarious. There's going to be another moment. There's going to be another key moment for Timo in this game at some point. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know, but we'll see. As now the Rangers have the puck here. Tarasenko throws it in front, gets blocked. Rangers trying to control it now. They get it. Top of the point, but it's actually taken away by Hall, and they'll clear again. So the Devils have actually, this is probably the most they've cleared the puck on a penalty kill throughout the night. As now the Rangers come right back in. Second unit for both teams is on the ice right now. As now Jonas Siegenthaler gets it, and he'll clear again.
Here we go. Leafs have an empty net, so it's clearly getting down to the nitty-gritty there.
Minute 10 to go in this second period. 20 seconds to go in the Ranger power play. Lafreniere comes up the right side, has some space, drops it to Tarasenko. A drive by Trouba. That one goes wide, comes out in front, and that shot just goes over the net. Oh, the Rangers get it back. Now an opportunity for Lafreniere with a drive, and that one goes wide of the net again. 2 seconds and 1 power play is up for the Rangers. 48 seconds to go in the period. Tarasenko sharp angle try. That one comes out in front. Scramble here. Rangers get it. Now Boquist gets it for New Jersey, and he'll get it out.
Great job on New Jersey. You got to get to the end of the
period. Timo Meier toe drag shot gets blocked. So now,
great kill there. And
the tied it. I'm sorry, the Leafs tied it with a minute to go. It is tied. Fuck. By the way, I knew that was coming. I mean, Kyle, come on, we knew it was coming.
No.
There's now an opportunity for the Rangers. That one's just out of the reach. 13 seconds to go in the period. Puck comes out to the right corner. Tyler Mott gets it and just out of the reach of Vesey. And Timo Meier backhands it up out of the zone. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. And that will do it for a emotional, controversial, but exciting second period of action. Both teams with a goal in this second period. Kreider, 2-on-1. He scored even strength. And then Jack Hughes later in the period scored on the power play. And we have a tie hockey game through 40 minutes of play. Kyle, your thoughts?
Devils definitely won that period. I don't care. I think, as much as the Rangers did have a lot of pressure, which they did, I still think the Devils' response, what the hell is PK doing?
Dude, PK took something before he went on the air tonight. He is on a on a high.
Anyway, Yeah, like I love the response more from the Devils here in the second period. We talked about it before it started that there was just going to be we kind of knew that the Rangers were going to do this. In order for the Devils to really be in this game, they had to have that kind of response here in the second. And they did it on the power play. They did it by blocking shots too, which was important, by playing really good defense and really picking up the pace in the neutral zone. So overall, I thought the Devils were the much better team in the second period, and I think they had to be in order to still be in this game and in the series.
And if you look at it through 40 minutes, this has been the best game the Devils have played. For 40 minutes, Clearly it's a game, it's tied, and it's going to be a crazy final 20 minutes. Overtime in Tampa as the Leafs, with the empty net, score to tie it with a minute to go. And so that game 3 is going to go to overtime. So Kyle, Golden Knights Jets went to overtime. Leafs Lightning is going to overtime. Do you think that we are getting overtime in this one tonight?
I predicted it, so yep. I gotta stay true to it. Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, we will see. But before we continue on here into our second intermission, and we'll see if we get a donation during our break, we're going to step aside for another moment to get another word from our sponsors. So welcome back, everybody, here to the second intermission report of our game between the Devils and Rangers, Game 3 of this Eastern Conference first round, as they're actually just showing the Leafs tying it. We'll see again. It was Ryan O'Reilly in front on a rebound, tied it with a minute to go. So that Game 3 is going to overtime. Maple Leaf Square is going absolutely crazy. But in our game, Kyle, we got a tie hockey game with a goal apiece, but not without controversy, and a lot of physical play, a lot of excitement, and a lot of good goaltending.
Yeah, clearly the only game that matters right now in my eyes. But again, a little bit of controversy, but it's how you respond, right? And that's exactly what the Devils did. They didn't really let it bug them. That's the fact that one got away from them. Obviously Kreider comes the other way and he buries it, which was a fantastic goal there. Maybe a little bit on Palat's fault, but overall, it was a really good response from the Devils just to kind of shake that off, even shake the goal off right afterwards, and just being able to capitalize on the power play and just, creating really good chances, really good opportunities, as we saw on that Jack Hughes goal. And, now they kind of set themselves up for a really good third period here.
Yeah, it's going to be an electric third period of play. Chris Kreider got things going on the scoreboard. He scored on a 2-on-1 opportunity. That made it 1-0 Rangers. And then a couple of minutes later, the Devils were able to respond on their third power play of the night. Jack Hughes from the left faceoff dot goes top shelf off both sides of the net and in off a good screen from Andre Palat. That tied it up. But I got to be honest with you, Kyle. The story of this game through 40 has been Timo Meier versus the entire Rangers organization.
As he gets shown getting punched in the face by Shesterkin.
Getting rocked left and right.
I would love to see how he's feeling after this game. You talk about the block shot, him getting like sat on almost after that trip, and then we just saw it there with Shesterkin beating the crap out of him in front of the net, which was the penalty that led to the goal by Jack Hughes. I would love to see how Meier feels afterwards.
Yeah, he's got to be. He's definitely going to be sore. He's going to be all that stuff. And I love seeing the Rangers' reaction, the fans, after Jack Hughes scored, because he looked right at him after he scored that goal. It was a nice goal. Good to see Jack Hughes. He's got 2 of the 3 goals so far in the series for the Devils. But another big storyline, Kyle, is the goaltending. But not necessarily from Shesterkin, because we know what he can bring. Yep. But it's Akira Schmid making his playoff debut as a rookie. He has stopped 21 of the 22 shots that he has faced and has helped the Devils go 4 for 4 in the penalty kill. He has been a big reason that we have a game right now.
I'm very curious to see, regardless of how this game ends, of who starts game 4.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Neil?
I'm plugging in sorry, Jesus. Okay, great. You get a picture. You get an image of my butt. Like, congratulations. Like, this isn't OnlyFans, guys. So relax.
Anyway, but yeah, like I'm just very curious to see who starts game 4. That's all, right? Regardless of how it happens, because now you got 2 sides of it where Akira's been fantastic all night. And, you might want to think, okay, play the hot hand, but do you really want to keep taking that confidence away from Vanacek? Like, is it until Schmidt has a bad game, and then all of a sudden, oh, yeah, Vanacek, we got to bring you back in now?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. And again, a lot of it's going to depend on how this third goes and what the result ends up being, in my opinion, because if Akira Schmid plays a really bad third and the Rangers score 2 or 3 times and win 4-1, 3-1, I think the Devils would go back to VTech. If the Devils win in any fashion, 2-1, 3-2, whatever, I think Akira Schmid starts. I think if the Rangers win 2-1, I think he starts game 2. It's all going to depend on how the third period goes. You can clearly see that the Devils are feeding off of Akira Schmid.
Right.
They're feeding off of him being strong in net. The shot that resulted in the goal for Kreider, I mean, it's top shelf. There's only so much a goaltender can do. It was a perfect shot by Kreider.
Yeah, it was a great shot. Yep.
But Jack Hughes' shot, same thing. Perfect shot. And that's what it feels like in this game. It takes a perfect shot or, just jabbing at it at the front of the net and it somehow goes in. It's kind of like that. That's what I feel like we're getting in this game in terms of just how the goals are going to come. So
yeah, they got to be good.
I'm sorry?
No, I was going to say they got to be good, right? They clearly 2 really good chances. You get Shesterkin off his game, and it was another good goal by Kreider, right? So they have to be really good. Just kind of maybe we should go in the comments for a minute because I know we've been kind of talking about it. But what are your thoughts on Colorado and Seattle going into Game 3 tonight? First time Seattle's hosting a playoff game tonight.
I'm really curious to see how does Seattle how do they feel? They got the job done in Colorado. They stole the game. Now they have the home ice advantage. Is the spotlight going to be too bright? Like, look at the Devils, for an example. Spotlight just seemed to be too bright for them starting the series at home and everything like that. They clearly were affected by that. Look at, so the question is, what, is that what you're going to see from Seattle tonight? Colorado, there's a lot of concerns, Kyle. They're clearly missing Cale Makar, like you mentioned, Cale Makar and Landeskog not being there. It's a concern.
Yep.
The question is, these are the defending champs. Are they going to be rocked by this situation? Or are they going to go into game 3 tonight and say, we're fine. We just get one goal, we're good. Like you wonder if that's the mindset right now for both of these teams. But best thing for me, I want to see that crowd in Seattle and how they're going off right now.
They're probably going insane right now. I'd like to think that, look what happened in Winnipeg today. We're seeing the highlights here. Sure, they lost, but they're down 4-1 going into the third period, and it was a hellacious effort to get back into it. So, just kind of answering C-Roy's question there. I would think that I'm hammering a Seattle win tonight. I 100% am, just because Colorado, again, they're a little depleted. I thought Seattle was going to win game 2, and was point down.
Yeah, sorry. Kyle and I both had the same stream going. Braden Point got rocked in the right corner. I don't know who it was. Oh, that's what started the Stamkos and Matthews fight.
Yep. Wow.
Braden Point, you got to feel for the kid. Though. It sounds ridiculous, but you got to feel for him. He has dealt with injuries every year in the playoffs. He gets rocked at some point.
So, is that a dirty hit?
Okay, what do we define as dirty? Did he do it with intention? Is that what we're going off of?
I don't think it was. I think it was just...
It's just bad. To me, it's an unfortunate dirty hit. That's what I call it. I don't think it was with malice. I don't think it was with intention, but it's that Point is going in the corner. He kind of falls down a little bit. Guy crossed. I think it was O'Reilly. I
believe it was. Funny showed him at the end,
and then all of a sudden, he... Point head first into the boards. He's definitely concussion. That's what I get.
Point for a few games now. I don't see Tampa winning this series. He had 52 goals this year, I think.
How is he?
Right?
Has he gotten paid yet? By the way,
let's find out.
Because if he's not, how does Tampa keep him long term?
You have to. I don't see how they don't. He's a cornerstone.
My good friend Lauren, by the way, is in the chat. How would you feel if Seattle releases the Kraken tonight? I think both myself and Kyle are all for it.
They better have a better intro than what Vegas has been doing. They got to have a Vegas type pregame. You know what I mean?
They need to have something. They need to have somebody. They need to have one of those what do they call it? Hologram, Kraken, eating a golden knight or something like that.
So they did pay him. Let's play a game for a second. Let's play a game. They did sign him to an 8-year contract. What was he worth?
What did they pay him, or what do I think he's worth?
What did they pay him per year?
8.5? 10.
9.5.
That seems about right.
It's about right for 8 years. So he just...
When did they sign him? Last year?
Yes, I think it looks like this deal is just started this year. So this is the first of an 8-year contract.
So that's why they couldn't bring back Andre Palat, because they gave all the money to Brady. I get it. I totally get it.
It's probably why they dumped Gord, Yanni Gord.
This is a good point, by the way. Karsten, thank you for the comment, man. Appreciate it. By the way, Point is he came right back, and it was Morgan Riley that hit him. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, no, that's important. Good. Man,
I'm just getting my phone charger, by the way, to stand by.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I'll kind of make the point that I'd like to see him after the game if he's still okay, and if there's any sort of injury, kind of whatever happened to Hedman there. But yeah, I really hope Braden Point's going to be okay. That'd be a terrible loss, because I believe he had more than 50 goals this year. I could be wrong. That would be a tough loss, but I'm glad he's okay. And maybe you guys can decide. I'm not sure whether or not you think that it is a penalty or not. It sucks that the way he was positioned and then how Riley got him there at the end. I'm not really sure, but I think that's maybe up for discussion. But I don't know. What do I know?
Braden Point is an underrated player in the league.
He is. He's not talked about enough. He's not.
I'm not
I totally agree.
I feel like a lot of people would agree with me on that. You certainly do.
I totally. I think he's under. Who's been underrated this season for the Devils? Give me insight here.
Jesper Bratt.
Especially now in the playoffs.
Well, like, are we counting the playoffs? I guess we're counting the playoffs, right?
I think we should. Yeah. Sorry, I got it.
That's a really good question in terms of the play. I would say like maybe Eric Holla. Because here's why.
Yeah.
Let me explain. I'll explain. Eric Holla had like a 20-plus goal season last year in Boston, which, again, playing with Pasternak and Bergeron and all those guys, goals are going to come. He gets traded to New Jersey in a 1-for-1 for Pavel Zacha. Zacha has a really good year in Boston. Again, playing with Pasternak, Marchand, Bergeron, all those guys, going to happen. Eric Holla comes in. He started the year off as a third-line center, eventually started playing with Jack Hughes. Early in the season, when we had the 13-game winning streak and everything, he was playing really well. Then in December, he really struggled in terms of scoring. He went like 20 games without scoring a goal. It was awful.
Right.
It was awful. But he was always a really good faceoff guy. He was our second-best faceoff guy this year. Then, he finally, after the Devils acquired Timo Meier, the Devils drop him back down to the third line. At one point, he was playing on a line with Timo Meier and Jesper Boqvist. So it was Holla, Boqvist, and Meier. They went really well for several games. And he started to score again, and he's really good on the faceoffs. Third thing, physical. He's not that big, but he's not afraid. You've seen it in games 1, 2, and 3. He's not afraid to just get in the middle of it and be a shit starter.
Yep.
Like, that's what it is. So I feel like he's become a very valuable guy on this team, but because of his stats and, like, his role on the team, he could be considered underrated throughout other teams. But we have people in the chat, Kyle, like Jacob, who have experienced what it's like to have Eric Holla on your team. Holla was part of that 17-18 Golden Knights team. He's been with Carolina, Boston. He's been a journeyman. But it feels like it feels like he's kind of found a role in New Jersey, if that makes sense.
No, I agree. And even without the goal in game 1, I still thought he was the best player on the ice. He always seemed to be in the conversation, right? And we also, real quick, just kind of sidetracking for a second, who do the Anaheim Ducks hire as a head coach next season?
Maybe Peter Laviolette?
So I looked it up real quick of who's about, because I don't know who's available. First one that popped up, Andrew Burnett, your assistant coach.
Could see it. I could see it.
Right.
It would make it. I think a lot of it is going to have to do with also the status of Lindy Ruff. His contract comes up at the end of the year, but that wouldn't be a bad choice.
One more I got to throw in here, Marco Sturm.
Marco Sturm, the former San Jose Shark player. Wow. You know what? He did really well coaching Team Germany in the Olympics. So, he's not bad at all. But here we go, guys, as the third period of our game is underway. So here we go, Kyle. What do these two teams have in store for us in this final 20 minutes of play? It's going to be. I think we're in for more excitement and more drama. I think. As now an opportunity. Oh, and Nico Hischier he had an opportunity all alone there. Couldn't get it on his stick. Throws it in front by Timo Meier, but nobody was there. But yeah, this is going to be interesting.
How are you feeling?
I don't think nervous. I don't think the word nervous does enough. Maybe I'm just like. I guess I'm very hopeful and I am somewhat confident, but I'm worried about the Rangers getting like one opportunity and they score. I mean, that's what they've done in these playoffs so far. Like when they've gotten an opportunity, they've scored. It feels like the Devils have had not a serious case, but definitely a case of some puck luck at times. But it's like it would be like kind of demoralizing to see them like come out in the third, rock and rolling, have a lot of opportunities, and then they don't score, and then the Rangers get one chance the other way and they score, like we saw on the Kreider goal, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
no, for sure. Again, though, not to be concerned, it's been one goal a game for New Jersey as we enter the third. Your season's on the line, Neil. I don't mean to be that guy, but your season's on the line, and I know I said the second period has to be your best period, and I still think it'll hold down true. But you got to have a good third period, too.
But you have to have a great, no, I mean, good is not even the right word, honestly, Kyle. You have to have a great third period. I mean, to beat a team like the Rangers with with what they have on the roster and the situation the Devils are in, you have to be flawless. There's just there's no other way to describe it other than you have to be flawless. So that's what the Devils need to do here is now the Rangers almost could set it up, but it goes down. Shesterkin will play it. Shots currently 23-17 in favor of the Blue Shirts. So the shots on goal, while it looks a little bit slanted to the Rangers, Kyle and I both agree when we've watched the game, it feels a lot. First of all, the shots are low. Secondly, it feels a lot more even than what it looks like.
Yeah, I don't think the shots on goal really dictate how close this game is. Good save.
There's a good save there by Schmidt. He gets knocked down. That shot there is blocked in front. I don't know how that's not a penalty, by the way, because Schmidt got knocked down, but here comes Dawson Mercer the other way. Dawson Mercer with a wrist shot gets blocked, and now the Rangers will control it here. I now have the whole fam watching this game with me. So now we just have
there you go. Oh, we got some audience. Nice.
We have like a whole audience here. I feel like they're all watching me and not the game. So
they all turn their chairs and are looking at you.
Yeah, exactly. So here we go. Dawson Mercer, 27 goals, 29 assists, 56 points in his second year. Fun fact for you, Kyle, Dawson Mercer has played in every single game since he got in the NHL starting back in the 2021-22 season.
Cool. Nice.
So he has
loving his shot.
He's been the Devils' Iron Man in his young career. I don't even want to know what that just heard. That was something. But anyway, Jesper Bratt coming. He falls down. That sucked. Jesper Bratt fell down as he came into the zone. Right. Now the Rangers have the puck. Backhand over to Mika Zibanejad. Now over to Kreider. Feeds it in front there, but Zibanejad now gets it. Tries to feed it to Kane, and he missed. Shot by Adam Fox. That one pops up, hits the side of net. It looked like I thought it went in, but like nobody reacted, so it hit the side of net. Here come the Devils the other way. Jesper Bratt, center of the ice, drops it over just out of the reach of Nico Hischier. Now Nico regains it, gets it top of the point to Graves. Graves with a wrist shot. That one gets blocked. Chris Kreider, long feed there just out of the reach of Zibanejad. He'll still get to it first. Tried to throw it in front, but he whipped on the pass. Now the Devils will control as Jack Hughes with the only goal for the Devils coming on the power play back in the second. And what the heck? As Palat fell down, Rangers with a chance, and that shot goes wide. Now an opportunity. Eric Kalla trying to get to it first in the right corner. He gets there first, fighting with Braden Schneider. Now Jack Hughes with it. Hughes fighting with Panarin. Still both teams whacking at it. Panarin gets to it. He'll wrap it around the boards to the other side. Rangers can't get it out. Siegenthaler with a drive, and that one is stopped by Shesterkin. Now Tatar with it. Tomas Tatar drops it to Hamilton. He takes a shot. It gets blocked. Panarin almost got a breakaway. Now he controls it. Artemi Panarin tried to get around Tatar, but he couldn't.
Great play by Tatar there. Nice way to stop him there on the boards.
Yeah, otherwise Panarin would have probably had at least a 2-on-1. Yep. But, yeah, no, both teams definitely coming out with again, energy. I mean, clearly, by far, Kyle, with a small sample size, but by far, best game of the series between these two teams in terms of just, teams trading chances, competitive, play and everything. That's what we've seen is Severson with a long pass out of the reach of Dawson Mercer. Not enough for an icing, though. So now the Rangers come. Here comes the kid line. Capo Kakko as center of the ice. Tries to get over, gets it. A shot there by Trouba, and he shot it wide. Oh, Trouba with a great chance. Gets it over to the point, but nobody there. Devils come the other way with speed. Nico Hischier up the left board. Has some space. Waits. Tries to get it into the right corner. I don't know if he meant to shoot it or pass it there. John Marino now gets it for New Jersey. Graves. Now over to John Marino. Now to Nico Hischier, who will backhand it in. Now Nico goes and gets it. Wraps it around the boards. Rangers trying to get out of the zone. They won't for a moment. Nico, for some reason, decided to take it out of the... I don't know why he did that.
Regroup. They want to change it. Get some fresh legs out.
Okay. Third period goal differential for the Devils. They were plus 39 this season, which was second best in the reg. They are minus 3 in this playoff. So again, regular season stats don't mean anything.
Yep, they got to show it here, right? They do.
They certainly do. As now Jack Hughes with the puck at center ice. Jack Hughes slowly makes his way back, gets it to Jonas Siegenthaler.
You're starting to notice who the refs are. I was going to say, you're starting to notice the refs are really letting them play here in this third period.
I think they recognize how things got out of hand in the second, and they're like, now they're afraid to make a call on either team. So we get stoppage of play. 13 and a half to go in the third. Still 1-1 here. Game 3, Devils-Rangers, first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. So what are you seeing so far, Kyle, through the first 6.5 minutes of this third?
A lot of good chances, just a lot of, again, really good back and forth. A lot more, I'm more or less seeing it, I think. I don't know. It's just pretty even right now. I can't really say much. Nothing really stands out. But the only thing that I just kind of mentioned there was the fact that the refs really are letting them play, because now we only got 13 minutes left. It just seemed to fly by that quick. So that's the only thing I really seem to notice. The Devils are, they're playing it smart too. Again, I liked how they had to, let's bring it back. Let's get our lines out, get our strategy together of whatever we're deciding to do, and just kind of go from there. So, overall, I think it's been a good back and forth. And but now you really got to see with the last 13 minutes who's going to take that extra chance. And I think it's going to come down to who's going to make that mistake, because we've seen a lot of mistakes throughout the game so far on the refs and the Rangers and the Devils. But who's going to make the one mistake here? That's what we're going to watch for.
I think you're absolutely right. I think you nailed it on the head when you look at the fact that, both teams have, had some really good opportunities and they really haven't been able to cash in. I mean, both teams got one really good chance and they scored on it. So there's that. Both goaltenders looking like that they're not in the position to where they're going to make a major mistake. But in a game like this, as close as it is, you could definitely get the sense that all it's going to take for one of these teams to win is just one bounce, whether it's a clean goal or not. So that's the way I look at it. With it here is showing some NBA playoffs. Again, Kyle, we talk about this. Knicks, Game 4 of their playoffs against the Cavs, 1 o'clock tomorrow. So I feel really bad if you are the workers there. By the way, also, this is the first time since 1994 that all 5 teams in the playoff made the playoffs in the New York metropolitan area. Devils, Rangers, Islanders, New York Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets, who unfortunately just got eliminated today, but we're not going to talk about that at all. But that's where we're at right now, is we're back to the action here. Kyle, you're muted again. Kyle's muted. Give him a second. Let him. Hopefully you can unmute. Are you good now?
I'm just trying to finish dinner. I didn't get a chance to eat tonight. Okay.
I've been in your position many a times where I didn't eat before the game, so I'm just like, how do I do this? Yeah, right. Exactly. Luckily, I actually ended up making dinner for the whole family, so I've been very busy today.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'm having a good day. Now the Devils try to backhand it into the zone, but it gets deflected up and out of play. Barclay Goodrow once again having choice words, this time with the ref. We do have a studio update from the Avalanche Kraken game, as it looks like the Kraken may have scored, and they did. Wow. Deflection in front from Schwartz. So just a little under 7 minutes into that first period. Oh, excuse me. That was a series score. It is 1-0 Kraken here early in that first period. So the Kraken with their first ever home playoff goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Let's go. Looking at that bracket there that they showed, what series has surprised you the most?
Dallas, Minnesota, honestly, if I'm being real with you. I didn't think Minnesota would have as much. I don't know, because Minnesota, I can't figure them out very much. I don't know what they want to be. As now a chance for Ryan Graves. Tried to get through, but he couldn't control it enough. Palat now fighting in the right corner. Get to the Jack Hughes. Hughes throws it in front and just missed Holla. Devils still with the pressure here. Marino tries to get it over to Hughes. Hughes falls down. No penalty. He just fell down by himself, and the Rangers with control. But yeah, I'd say Dallas and Minnesota so far.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably say Kings Oilers.
That doesn't surprise me, because look at how last year went. The Kings had a 3-2 lead and lost in 7. I'm not surprised. The Kings match up very well with Edmonton, in my opinion.
Fair enough. And just Danelle asked, I think we talked about this in game 2 about the Oakland A's and how they're going to Las Vegas.
The Oakland A's are definitely on their way to doing that. They bought land in Vegas earlier this week. So they are very much going there. I think it's a matter now of when. I'd give it 2 or 3 years and they'll probably be there. As now Jesper Bratt with an opportunity stopped. Bratt shot and that one is fought off by Shesterkin. Tried to go 5-hole. Shesterkin was able to make the save. Oh, a golden chance there for Jesper Bratt, but he couldn't get it home. So now he gets it right back. Jesper Bratt wraps it around the boards to Timo Meier. Meier backhand. That one gets blocked. He regains it. Meier throws it in front. It gets blocked again. Nico Hischier now with it. Nico loses the puck, and it's taken away for a moment by Tarasenko, and then Keandre Miller backhands it off the boards. Rangers come in. Trocheck with a shot that harmlessly goes wide of Schmidt. Panarin throws it in front, and that one is easily gloved by Schmidt. But, Kyle, moments ago, Jesper Bratt, all alone, in my opinion, should have tried to go top shelf there.
Yeah, I like the patience on him, but yeah, you got to go high on that.
Shesterkin is already down. Look at him. Yep. He's down. Watch. He's down. Now shoot it.
Down. Go up high. Yep.
And honestly, it's harder to go top shelf on Shesterkin glove side. If he could have tried to shoot that right shoulder, and look, it's easier said than done. I recognize it because it's a split-second decision.
I think Shesterkin there was kind of betting on the fact that he was going high there. That's why he went down.
Right. Absolutely.
Right? If he knows that's his strength, that's what he's going to go for.
No question. Rangers get a top of the point over the left side to Mikkola. Mikkola with a drive, and that one is gloved and covered. I don't know how Schmidt got that one. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't look that big of a shot, but I still wonder how he was able to see that through traffic.
I think he did get a bit of a look. If we're seeing the replay here, I definitely saw it.
From the angle they just showed, I don't know. I still don't know.
He was looking on the right side of, I don't know who, I think it was Schittle. I think it was Hedl. Thank you. Hedl was in front of the net, and I think he just had enough room on the right to say, okay, he's definitely going to go left side as he saw the puck go through. So he might have not known where it was going to end up, but he had the glove in the right place.
No question. Curtis Lazar, he falls down for a moment here. Devils have their fourth line on while the Rangers have their kid line on. So kind of a little bit of a mismatch. Siegenthaler backhands over to Bastian, and Bastian will get it out of the zone. So the Rangers will go back to get it. Braden Schneider. Schneider being hounded by Jesper Boquist, as now he actually still going. He gets knocked down. Solid hit there. I don't think that was, that didn't look like a penalty. It's Kaapo Kakko with a high riser.
Go right at him.
Yeah, there's now a shot there by the Rangers. Gets sticked aside by Schmidt. But Schmidt looks so calm doing that, though.
Right. Yeah, I thought.
It didn't look like that big. To me, it gave me a heart attack. For him, it was like, get away. As we're already halfway through, Kyle, if you can believe it, we're already halfway through the third period. This has been flying.
That's what I'm saying. They're really, okay, sorry. I thought they had a stoppage in play. No, the refs are really letting them play here in the third.
That one throws in front there by Tyler Mott. But Kira Schmid making the save. It's hilarious. Kira Schmid, he was getting ready to start for the Utica Comets in the AHL playoffs, which, by the way, the Comets moved on to the second round thanks to an overtime Game 2 goal from LeBerge. It was thrilling. So shout out to the Utica Comets, Kevin Dineen and all them. Moving on to the second round. But yeah, Akira Schmid, he was getting ready to play in the AHL playoffs, and he's right in the middle of a crazy, tight 1-1 game, Game 3, against the Rangers at the Garden for his first career playoff start.
Now you got me wondering about the other farm team here. That I'm curious because they were, I believe Dustin Wolf was the goalie for us, and I think he was named MVP this season, if I'm not mistaken. For the AHL.
That's for sure.
You're soon to be replacing Jacob Markstrom, Dustin Wolf coming up. I think the Wranglers in Calgary were one of the best AHL teams. Not to toot my own horn here, but I don't know what the playoff little schedule looks like, but anyway, not important. Yeah, congrats for Utica though. There you go. It didn't used to be Utica, though, for you guys, right?
Correct. It used to be Binghamton, New York. It used to be the Binghamton
Right.
Devils. And then Vancouver, I think just like they wanted to have a team closer. Because think about it. Vancouver was Utica was Vancouver's AHL team. So think about it. You had to call somebody up. They'd fly from Utica, New York, all the way over to Vancouver.
Stupid.
So
That's
that makes
stupid.
more sense. And Utica has fallen in love with the Devils organization. They had an unbelievable year last year. You know, they had a winning streak. I think it was like 18 or 19 games in a row. I mean, it was phenomenal. And then they kind of unfortunately went out with a whimper in the playoffs first round. But I know a lot of people that are from Utica that are Comets fans. They absolutely love that team. They love the young guys. So there's a lot of Comets fans watching this game tonight with pride, seeing Akira Schmid playing so well in net for New Jersey.
And I'm glad he's playing well. You know, it's just I like seeing guys given an opportunity and them capitalizing on it, though. So I'm glad he's playing well.
Absolutely. They're showing Patrick Kane's stat, 3-time Stanley Cup champ, won the Conn Smythe in 2013. People forget that.
And people are wondering, it is still 3-3 Toronto and Tampa with about 6 minutes to go in the first overtime.
So, yeah, that might go to double overtime before this game ends, the way it But
and I mean, 9 minutes, we might be in another overtime, but
we'll see. We'll see. As now the Rangers come in, Kreider with a little bit of space. Kreider tried to throw it in front. It gets blocked by John Marino. Patrick Kane, a goal, 4 assists, 5 points through almost 9 periods of play. He has definitely stepped up a bunch. There's no question about it.
Well, yeah, good series for him so far. And a lot of people were kind of saying that Kane wasn't going to be a big factor. And lo and behold, he's got 5 points in his third game in the playoffs.
Absolutely. So shots right now, 28-19 in favor of the Rangers. So the Rangers have definitely, in terms of shots on goal, have definitely amped up the pressure. The Devils, it kind of feels like this, Kyle. It feels like the Devils are kind of waiting for that one mistake to capitalize on. And I thought it was maybe the Jesper Bratt chance, but it turned out to not be the case.
Fair enough. Yeah. Bratt's had a better game, has he not?
Oh, yeah, he's been way more active. Look, he drew that penalty 22 seconds in on a partial breakaway.
Right. And
he had that really good chance before. Yeah.
Even if he doesn't have to contribute points-wise, at least he's now finally contributing after 2 games of nothing.
In a contract year, we talked about it during game 2.
In a contract year.
Yes. Timo Meier, he's actually, I think Timo's had a good game. He's just been, beaten to shit.
Got beat the up tonight.
Gotten the piss knocked out of him. And what would be poetic justice in a really funny way is if Timo gets the game winner. It would be sometimes the hockey gods like that. They like that a player's getting bullied all game is Dougie Hamilton with a shot that gets stopped by Shesterkin. Rangers trying to get it out, but the good pressure here actually from New Jersey. Still trying to get at it, but the Rangers finally get it. But yeah, no, it would be funny if Timo Meier becomes a major factor at the end of this game.
OT winner.
Oh, it would be Timo time. It would definitely be Timo time.
Yeah. Real quick, do you like 5-on-5 overtime still in the playoffs and how they can sometimes go on forever?
I do.
Yeah? Okay.
I do because it brings that much more excitement because your heart is pounding all the time. And you don't know. And sometimes overtime could put you in a lull if both teams are not doing a whole lot in the overtime. You kind of black out for a minute and then somebody scores and you're like, oh, that just happened. Look at how the Kings scored last night, right? It didn't seem like you turn around, took a shot, and you're thinking okay, and it goes in, and you're like, oh, all right, well, that's game.
Yeah, we can go home.
Yeah, but you got to love playoff hockey. I think 5-on-5 is still totally fine as the Devils come in. Damon Severson takes a shot, now it's deflected up and out of play.
I think it goes over more to the fact that it is. I argue it is the toughest trophy to win because you get the physicality of it. You get these sometimes long, grueling games that have gone to 5 overtimes, right? And it being 5-on-5 too, I love it because it does keep the game at the same pace as it has been. Whereas I don't know if they'll ever really get to 4-on-4. I don't know if they would decide maybe for scheduling reasons on TV or through the networks. Good shot. Sorry,
that shot just goes wide. Feeds it in front there. Timo Meier whacking at it, comes out in front, but the Rangers get to it and backhand it out. Ooh, Devils first line there. Trying to catch Shesterkin by surprise. Just couldn't get a solid shot off. Good opportunity, though.
Yeah, great opportunity. Moral of the story, I like 5-on-5. That's all I was.
I just got home from work. Finally, it's raining outside. It is raining also here in Massachusetts.
Same
again,
yep,
you guys probably already noticed, like, where is Neil right now? I'm currently in Greenfield, Mass., which is towards the west end of Massachusetts. And, like, you know, the Wi-Fi is great. I got the stream on. We're good. And the great thing is that Kyle and I are actually, like, we're actually, like, intertwined with the stream. So, like, we're good.
We're like bang on.
We're like bang on. It's quite impressive tonight.
Yep,
So far,
good. It's been
6:42 to go here in this third period. Game still tied at 1. It really does feel, Kyle, next goal is going to win this game. As Jack Hughes comes in, has a step, takes the shot that went stop, tried to wrap around, but a good defensive play there by Lindgren. Otherwise, honestly, Jack Hughes he had an open net. He might have been able to score there.
It was a great chance. I thought he was going to have a shot at that wraparound.
That would have been a big-time goal as a Ranger player falls down, and we're going to get a penalty here against the Devils. Patrick Kane gets up from being on his knees. I was trying to describe that correctly. And now the Rangers trying to keep it in, and the Devils will touch. So with exactly 6 minutes to go, Ryan Graves, it looks like, is going to the sin bin. This is the moment. This is the pivotal moment of Game 3. Yep. We'll see. It's a 2-minute high-sticking call. The 5th penalty of the night for New Jersey.
Yeah, it's...
Let's see it again here.
Oh, dude. Come on.
Wait, can I see a different angle? I guess not. It's like Ryan Graves just shaking his head. I mean, like, it's not a bad call. I just want to see... No, because just from that angle, it doesn't look like the stick comes up, but maybe he got him in the elbow. He called high stick. He got him in the stick somehow.
Yep. But it's another play where a guy is 50 feet from the puck.
Absolutely.
There's no need to do that. There's no need to interact with him in any sense.
It was a dumb call. So the Rangers going to their 5th power play
of the season right here.
Yeah, 5th power play for the Rangers. 0 for 4 tonight with 6 shots. So power play, which has been great, Kyle, through 2 games, has not without really good chances, but the Rangers have not been able to capitalize as the Devils win the faceoff and are able to clear. But we were talking about, Kyle, faceoffs becoming important. The Devils, especially with the penalty kill, it's been starting with them winning that faceoff and clearing it immediately.
Yeah, but again, it's going to be tough still. I mean, they won it 2 against the Benajad, so that was good too as the Rangers set up here.
Is now Panarin with the puck in the left faceoff dot over to Adam Fox. Fox now with it over to Patrick Kane. Kane, who drew the penalty here, has the puck. Minute 30 to go on the Ranger power play. Kane with speed. Feeds it in front. And that shot goes wide, I'm assuming, by Panarin. And now Nico, he sure is able to take it. He's got a lot of space. Actually could get a shorthanded shot, and he does. It's just Shesterkin makes a glove save. So Nico not only able to kill time there, but actually get a shorthanded shot on goal. So good job by the Devils' penalty kill here as they look to try to get it out again. Wraps it around to the other side. Kevin Ball is able to, he can't get it out. Puck comes out in front. Opportunity there for Panarin or Zibanejad, and he missed. Oh my God. Panarin, it was Panarin. Oh my goodness.
Again.
Timmy Panarin again. Wow. Missing an opportunity to score.
Was he? Yeah, he had a great look there too. Oh my God, how do you miss that in front of the net too? But
Panarin comes right to him, and oh my goodness, he missed completely.
Wow.
And Panarin, you can look. The look on his face is the look of it is just not my night.
He's missed that too many times, but not to say they haven't been good chances because he had the breakaway and the one there, but yeah, no, it's been good chances, but just can't get him on net.
So the Devils win the faceoff, trying to get it out. McLeod over to John Marino. Can Marino get it out? He does, with 45 seconds to go on the Ranger power play. And Kyle, you kind of wonder to yourself, if the Rangers don't score in this power play, is that going to be the last major chance that they have to score? Because it seems like Akira Schmidt is just on his game right now as Lafreniere gets to it. Now to Trocheck, over to Trouba. Now gets it to Tarasenko. Now gets it over to Lafreniere. Now to Tarasenko. Gets to Trouba. Back to Tarasenko on the right side. Tarasenko walks the line. Feeds it in front. Deflects up in the air and goes over the net. 14 seconds to go in the Ranger power play. Trocheck lost it. Devils are able to clear, and that's pretty much going to do it for this Ranger power play here.
Yep, good clear. It could have gone down a little bit further, but it was a tough angle, so I get it. But now the power play's up. So, yeah, make sure you get it out. Yeah, I'll get it out here. And, good kill. That was a big kill, and they needed it.
Devils penalty kill 5 of 5 tonight after giving up 4 power play goals through 2 games. So their special teams has been much better here in game number 2 as Dougie Hamilton dumps it in 3:40 and ticking to go in this third. Do both teams have one last dramatic play in them as Jesper Brett fighting along behind the net with Palat, Miller, and Gaudreau right now fighting along as well. Palat goes down, so does Gaudreau. Devils trying to get to it. Bratt lost it. Jimmy Vesey can't get it out for New York. Dougie tried to get it into the zone. Jack gets dragged down. Looked like it could have been a penalty, but the refs say play on. 3:11 to go in the third here. So it's getting to be that point here where we really start thinking about, are we going to get dramatics here at the end of this third?
I hope we do, because we're getting a great game so far. Jacob just asked to real quick while they're battling in the corner, if the Devils lose this game, does ref switch up the lines a bit or keep the same lines as tonight?
I think he'll do switching of lines again, Jacob. Good question, because that's what he normally does, especially when we don't win. He tends to change the lines. You got to do something to try to get things going. Here's Mercer. Ooh. Oh my goodness, he just missed Tatar. Tatar might have had a breakaway chance, but the pass was too strong. Oh, that was a great opportunity potentially. And the Leafs come back and win in overtime, 4-3. And they steal game 3 in Tampa and take a 2-1 lead in that series.
There was 37 seconds left on the clock. I just looked at it too, and I thought they were going to double overtime.
So
Morgan Riley wins it.
Morgan Riley, who had that controversial hit on point, he gets the game winner. As now the Devils come the other way. 2 minutes to go in the regulation. Timo Meier, he chips it over, and then Meier gets hit up high, and again, no penalty. Now the Rangers will just dump it into the zone here. Schmidt will play it. Schmidt backhands it over to Marino here. Gets it over to Jack Hughes. 100 seconds to go in this third period. Hughes has to get back and play it again over to John Marino. Marino off the boards, off Hulla's stick, and he'll go into the right corner of the New York zone.
1:30 away from OT.
90 seconds and ticking to go here in this third. Let's see what these two teams can do here in this final now. 80 seconds of the third. Lindgren up the left side. He'll dump it into the zone. The Rangers trying to get their first. Actually, Jack Hughes takes it away. Gets it to Eric Holla, who will just dump it out of the zone. As now both teams will make some changes here. As now we have reached 1 minute to go in this third period. Game still tied at a goal apiece. Series 2-0 in favor of the Rangers. Devils get the next goal. They cut into the deficit and make this a series, forcing at least a game 5. Rangers win. They take a commanding 3-0 lead with game 4 on Monday night at the Garden. As now Mercer tried to flip it and he missed. Patrick Kane trying to get in his zone, taken away by Mercer. 35 seconds to go in the period. Dawson Mercer in a backhand into left corner as both teams will make a change.
Not a lot going on here in the last 2-3 minutes here. A little bit of back and forth, but nothing too major.
I think both teams are afraid to make a mistake right now. I think that's the fear.
Yeah, they want to get to OT. Yep. Absolutely.
Now Nico Hischier is called for offsides. So face off just outside the Ranger zone, 17.2 to go in the third. I'm not going to say anything yet, so I'm to leave it at that.
I wouldn't.
Goaltenders tonight, Kyle, have been the difference. Igor Shesterkin stopping 22 of 23 Devils shots, while Kira Schmid making his playoff debut, stopping 27 of 28 Rangers shots. This is a playoff game, what we're covering tonight.
Good. And it should be, right? 15 seconds.
As we got 12 seconds to go here. Puck in the Rangers zone. Rangers trying to get it out. Just comes out of the zone here with 7 seconds to go. Dougie Hamilton goes all the way back off the boards. Gets over to Ryan Lindgren. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have overtime in game 3. So, 3 of the 4 games tonight.
Oh my God, we have 84 people now. What the heck?
We have 84 people. I just noticed that as well, Kyle. Thank you for that. Wow, 84 people hanging out with us right now. But, woo, nothing changed in terms of the scoreboard. But we are going. We are going to overtime. Kyle, your thoughts?
Good third period so far. Again, a little bit towards the last 5 minutes wasn't great back and forth. You mentioned it too. Like there wasn't a lot of people who wanted to make mistakes, right? And that was key. So I think they were just kind of thinking about, okay, let's just get to overtime. Let's get some fresh legs. Let's regroup, and then let's try to have a really good overtime coming up. But I mean, and they showed it too. I thought Schmidt's been huge tonight. And clearly, I think after we mentioned it too at the beginning of the second intermission, third period, that this was going to determine whether or not he starts game 4. I think he just proved in that third period that he starts game 4.
Well, yeah, because the worst he can do is obviously lose 2-1, and the best that he can do is win 2-1. And I mean, I'll be very honest with you, Kyle. If the Devils can find a way to win, you got to look back to Akira Schmid as the guy that really kind of turned the Devils' fortunes around and really got it going. By the way, we have some people from New Brunswick, Canada. We also got some Saskatchewan people in here. We got a lot of people in here right now, so thank you all.
I'll bring up the one here. That was a massive win for Toronto tonight. Lightning were all over them and came close multiple times to putting it away. I don't care. I don't care. Massive win? No. You know what's going to be a massive win? They're 4th.
That's true. That's true. I mean, how many times have they been on the cusp of getting it done and they haven't? So
who cares? No one cares. Sorry,
NHL 22 Goalhorns apparently is from Australia. I don't even know what time it is right now over there. It's got to be early in the morning.
So probably early morning, yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to you, my friend. But, yeah, Kyle, this is going to be interesting because now we know next goal definitely wins. We're going to overtime. It's going to be a thrilling one, and we'll see if do the Rangers grab the 3-0 series lead and put the Devils on the brink of elimination, or do the Devils find a way to steal a game on the road, force a Game 5 back in the Rock, and get back in this series? It's going to be a good one. Did you see the clip? Stephen A. Smith, Stephen A. Smith was at Game 2 between the Devils and Rangers at the Rock. That might be the first time Stephen A. has ever been in New Jersey in his entire life. He was actually personally invited by Gary Bettman to the game. I don't really care because Stephen A. doesn't know hockey, and I just don't care. He was there.
Yeah, he would have never been there if it wasn't for Gary Bettman. With the special,
would have never been there if ESPN forced him to talk about hockey. I mean, PK Subban was on. He was on what? What was game 2 for us? That was Thursday. Yeah, he was on Thursday, and PK was convincing Stephen A. And Stephen A. goes, "Well, I think I'll have to go to a game." And sure enough, he goes to game 2. So
wow, great, woo! I'm sure he could care.
Also, Eli Manning was at game 2. He is a Devils fan. His daughters do play ice hockey, so he's actually becoming a hockey dad. So that's kind of a cool thing. I think Eli still lives in Hoboken somewhere in New Jersey. So it's kind of nice to see that Eli's a fan of the home team, at least for him.
Very good. Awesome. Are we going to break? I might.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. So before we continue on here, guys, we're going to step aside for an unexpected word from our sponsors. So welcome everybody to the third intermission report of this game between the Devils and Rangers, Game 3 of this Eastern Conference first round. And the reason...
Wait. Good question. No, it's not.
No, Anna,
They're not.
put it bluntly. The answer, I'll show it to you, is no. After three periods of play, we have a tie hockey game. And so we go to an overtime. First one between these two teams this playoff series. And Kyle, how did we get here?
We got here by a fairly quiet third period.
We have 100 people in the chat right now, so shout out to all of you. It is blowing up right now. Thank you to everybody hanging out with us.
Yes. I think we got here because of the third period was, for the most part, it was fairly quiet. I think it was just the one penalty that the Devils had. Rangers were able to have some decent chances at it, though, but we talked about that. It was a massive penalty kill for the Devils, another big one. And you mentioned it, too, after that. You said they were 5 for 5. I don't love the fact that they're still taking 5 penalties a game. I think that's probably where they were for games 1 and 2. So I don't really love the fact that that stat is up there. But again, being 5 for 5 still on that's always a good thing. Now I expect, because it's an overtime, you're going to see a lot more urgency in this third period, in this overtime, right? I felt like we didn't see it as much here in the third. I think you were kind of saying it too. Teams seemed a little, right?
Damn it.
Teams be a little bit afraid of making a mistake, not being the guy to want to turn it over. And actually, speaking of turnovers, the Devils haven't really been turning over the puck that much as the game has been going on. So that's another good thing to go for your Devils. But I expect a lot of urgency going into the third.
Yeah, there's no question. I think you'll see through the first couple of minutes of the third, both teams will want to come out guns blazing and try to get this one over. Because we all know how long overtime can last in the Stanley Cup playoffs. We know that. We saw it earlier today.
Don't say that. If we got to be here for 5 overtime periods, I might just jump out the window. I'm done.
We're in it for the long haul here.
Are we?
Friday Fans 7248. Let's get back in the series, New Jersey. So obviously cheering for the Devils. Love it, man. Love it. Here's what I want you guys to do. We got 92 people right now in the chat. Put in the comments section right now. Who do you have winning the game in overtime and what player? Give me that prediction. So you got to give me. So in their prediction, it has to say team and player. That's it. Because right now, if we're being honest, the only two people that are even half close to the prediction of this game is myself and Kyle, because we both predicted overtime. He said 3-2. He's closer in score. I also said overtime.
Let's go. Oh, you're close too, though. Okay.
I said 4-3. That's not that close.
So I think, and I know you mentioned to get them to put on the team and the winner. I'll do both because I'm unbiased, as we can see. And I remember Jacob asked earlier in the chat if I'm taking this trash off the wall. No, come take it down, Jacob. It'll come down when you come over and take it down. How about that?
It's fighting words.
There are good times and bad times. But real quick, I was going to – so we got Kane for the Rangers there.
Kane.
Tarasenko. I love
this quote. Dude, I just got from the Leafs game. I have no idea how this game has gone. Here's all you need to know, Magic Coyote Media. This game's going to overtime and it's 1-1. That's what you've missed. That's all you've missed. You're good. You have come to a great goaltending game. That's what you've seen. That's what you're coming to.
Hey, you've come to a great stream.
Absolutely.
Let's call it that. You've come to a great stream.
We got 93 people in here right now. We're having a great time.
A lot of Kane and Tarasenko. I like that. I think I'll start with the Devils.
Thank you, Andy, for the
Thank you.
CHF. What? Wait, what?
What's CHF?
CHF currency?
CHF.
I'm sorry. Is that US? Wait.
No.
Oh, no, that's Swiss. That's Swiss franc.
Wait, what? That's cool.
Hey, Andy, you're going to have to help me, buddy. What currency did you just give us? I don't mean to be mean. I just really don't know. They're showing, by the way, the goals that the Avalanche scored. JT Comfort scored the first one. And, of course, Nathan McKinnon showing Panarin how you score a breakaway goal, gets the second.
Watch that Swiss dollar turn into like $500.
Players with playoff overtime goals. This is great. On each roster, Eric Hall, Palat, both got 1 for the Devils. Kane, 5. Panarin, 2. Gaudreau, 1. Kreider, 1. Zibanejad, 1. Great.
So I like Kreider for the Rangers, and I love Timo Meier for the Devils.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for me. I'll obviously, to be as fair as possible, I will give 1 for both. I'm also going with Timo Meier. It just feels like it's setting up. If the Devils are going to win, it's just setting up that way for Timo to score. And then for the Rangers, I'm going Artemi Panarin.
Yeah,
he has been so unlucky tonight. It just feels like for both guys, it feels like they would be the ones that would get it done because of how this game has gone for them.
Absolutely. Yep. I like that. I think he's had great chances. It's not that he hasn't had good chances, but you got to hit the net at least.
You do.
Right?
Anna Smith from Facebook, as we are live on Facebook as well. Can we watch the game? Like I said, I would love to be able to show you guys the game while we're doing it, but because of copyright reasons, I can't. So, we're giving you guys the best up-to-date, broadcast of the game. Again, it is on ABC or on ESPN Plus. You can check it out also on NHL 66 for a stream. I would also recommend
in Canada. It's Sportsnet 1, I believe.
Yeah, I would also recommend Reddit to people because usually on Reddit you can find a stream. That's usually what I tell people. Boys, how's the Rangers looking tonight? Big. You know what, Kyle? Because I'm going to sound biased, I'll let you answer this question.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm very sure.
Okay. I'll answer. They've been good, but I'm surprised. I'm expecting more from them. I don't know what it's been. I've been expecting a little bit more from them. Their power play has been good. It's not that it hasn't been. I think it's really been working. I think they have Kane on one side, and I'm not sure. I think it's Panarin on the other. They stick Kreider in front of the net. So I think mostly the power play has been good. But excuse me. No, I think for the most part, it's been pretty even. It's not like one team's doing something bad, like worse than the other. I mean, maybe the only thing I would say for the Devils is the penalty kill, like too many penalties, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think don't be stupid in this overtime. It's been pretty even for the most part, and I really hope we get a good overtime. And before I pass it off to you, just want to say to you guys that we do have more live streams going on. Not just tonight, but we have it going on every single day. So I believe we have one going on tomorrow night. I think it's the Islanders and the Hurricanes. I could be wrong. And then Monday, Neil will be back regardless of what happens here in overtime as puck drop is coming up. And you guys, you should check out more of the streams as we kind of go out throughout the playoffs here. We got a lot going on. We're busy every night, and it's always a good thing. And Neil will be here with the Devils, whether he likes it or not.
Shout out to Russ Butler, $2.20 Canadian donation. How's the reffing tonight? It sucks. There's your answer. It sucks.
Okay. It's been one call. I mean,
it was one play. Yeah, and then what happened, Kyle? What happened like 30 seconds after not giving that call?
Well, I was tiptoeing the line, and he was fucking around at the blue line.
I can be mad. All right, I can be mad. All right. No, you know why? You know why this sucks? Because Wes McCauley's not doing this game. That's why it sucks.
Oh, got it.
Wes McCauley is fair.
Hot take, but I'm getting so sick and tired of people blaming the refs lately. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I'm just used to it.
Players just like I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. I'm getting so sick and tired of hearing it just because, like, they're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. They're not robots, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, it's true.
They're going to make mistakes, right? We saw it tonight. Should it have been a penalty from Meier? Like, whenever he got, I think it was tripped or whatever. Or no, the elbow, sorry. Yeah, I'll blame Neil. I don't give a crap. I'll blame anybody.
Blame me. Yeah, blame me somehow. But here we go.
Anyway, whatever. To finish the point, I think they're not robots. They're humans like everybody else. And
so guys, you better quickly get in your score predict. You got to get in your predictions right now. Who's going to win and what player's going to get it? Remember, head-to-head overtime playoff wins. Both teams are tied at 3 apiece. So this is going to be good. So here we go as the puck is dropped and the first overtime is underway. Next goal wins. Either the Rangers go up 3-0 or the Devils cut the deficit in the series to 1 and go down 2-1 as we get an icing 9 seconds. How do you ice the puck 9 seconds in? Okay. No, I'm not even mad. I'm just confused. How does that happen? Anyway, face off in the Ranger zone here with 1951. That was a good year. Left in overtime. That was such a bad joke. Please ignore.
Can you explain that?
No, I don't want to. You're going to ignore that I said that.
Sorry.
Okay, no, we're both fighting over it. Kyle, you do it.
I'm sorry. I didn't know if I was doing it or not. Yeah, still the video. Make sure you like it. What a shit show this is going on.
Well, it's overtime. That's why it's not going according to plan. That's the problem. As now the Rangers come into the zone here. Patrick Kane takes a shot, gets blocked by Graves. Reno off the boards. Now the Rangers will control it here back in their own zone. Artemi Panarin gets it over to Tarasenko with a shot that gets blocked. Puck comes out. Devils trying to get to it. Jack Hughes has the puck. Comes into the offensive zone. Nobody's with them. Now somebody's with them. Jack Hughes tried to take a shot, and that puck was stick lifted by, I think, Goodrow or Trocheck, excuse me. Vincent Trocheck comes to the zone. He takes a shot that goes high and wide of the net. Palat gets there for New Jersey in the left corner. Now Panarin gets it. Top of the point to Fox. Fox. Now, over to Tarasenko. Tarasenko with a shot, and that one is stopped by Schmidt. Jonas Siegenthaler gets it for New Jersey, and he'll get it out. So, Dylan, please. Dylan, please. Don't say that. Don't speak it into existence.
Go away.
We have 116 people in here right now, so thank you to everybody hanging out with us. This is awesome. As now here come the Rangers. Might have a chance here, but Hedo lost the puck for a moment. Kidline right now for New York. Lafreniere over to Schneider. Schneider with a shot. That one is stopped and covered by Schmidt. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'd like to see a replay as now both teams, once again, having some choice words. Siegenthaler and Capo Caco talking. Little smile.
Regardless, that was a great save by Schmidt. That was a fantastic save.
Oh, so we'll see it again on the replay. Schneider took the shot. No, it was it went through. No, it was. Well, see it again. Slow motion. No. Well, I think I might have hit Siegenthaler on the skate, maybe.
You knew where that was going the whole time, though.
Yeah, he was in good position. Akira Schmidt making his 29th save of the night. Again, first career playoff start for Akira Schmidt, the Swiss netminder. And he has been a big reason that this game for the Devils is in overtime. And you're going to look to him if the Devils end up finding a way to win. Rangers with the only 3 shots so far of overtime. Akira Schmidt stopped 11 in the first, 10 in the second, 6 in the third, and he has stopped 3 in overtime. Or I think that was just shots now that I think about it. So my mistake on that one.
Yeah, well, either way it's shots, yeah. But 0 shot attempts in the last 7 minutes for the Devils. That's a little alarming.
I think the Devils, as much as I don't like to admit this, I think they definitely are somewhat nervous because they now recognize that, next goal wins. And even when they were in the third late, they knew it. Like, next goal is going to win the game. Like, it's now Tomas Tatar gets the puck, kind of waiting for his teammates, almost got it to Mercer, but now the Rangers will control. So, yeah, again, it seems like right now the Rangers are coming in kind of like more energized. They've won 7 of their last 9 overtime playoff games at the Garden. So a lot is on their side. As that shot there doesn't get to the net. Zibanejad now, top of the point over to Keandre Miller. Miller now around the boards over to the right side to Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane loses the puck here. Devils trying to get to it. They can't get it out. Trouba now over to Patrick Kane with a wrist shot that goes over Akira Schmidt and over the net. Rangers putting on
5, man. Like, get it out. What are you doing?
This feels like a power play, even though it's not. Trouba over to Patrick Kane. Kane takes a shot through traffic, and that one gets blocked to the left corner. Bastian tries to whack it out, and he does. And might be a chance here for New Jersey. Boquist lost the step, and he'll just dump it into Curtis Lazar. He gets walled into the left boards. No penalty. Looked like a clean hit. Not going to argue that one. It's now Marino over to Bratt. Jesper Bratt comes in, drops it over to Timo Meier with a shot. That one is stopped. Rebound tries, kicked aside. Oh, great chance for the Devils there. Panarin up the left boards. He drops it off to Trouba. Trouba holds, still with it now. Gets it over to Trocheck. Now to Fox. Drive by Panarin. That one is stopped. It is knocked down. No penalty. Devils just chip it out of the zone.
Is that not goalie interference? Did he fall into him or did he push him in the net?
Schmidt got pushed into, but No call there as now Ryan Lindgren comes in. Lindgren with a backhand that gets deflected wide. We got 136 people in the chat right now as that puck goes out of play.
Well, this
that was intense. Let's play out. That's overtime. What do you want? As they show again, Timo Meier took a shot. It was stopped by Shesterkin, and then Bratt had a chance on a rebound but couldn't control it enough. We'll see it again. Oh, no, he tried to go 5-hole.
Yeah, good attempt for Bratt there. And he kind of just, I don't know if I don't even want to say tripped into Schmidt. I think it was Panarin there.
Yeah, I think Siegenthaler gave him a little push there, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So now that puck goes down into the zone. No.
Russ, I'll tell you what I told Josh. Come take it off.
Fair enough.
I'm ready to fight. Let's go.
Yeah, no, Kyle's on that level right now. We got 15:58 to go in this overtime. Again, I don't have to tell you the score because it's next goal wins.
Outside of that one shot from Jack Hughes, were you a little concerned that they haven't really had a lot of pressure? They were showing the stat that they had no shots on goal in the last, whatever that was, 10 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's no question. It just the Devils seem to be a little timid. Maybe they just need to get a couple of shots here in this overtime, which they did just then with Timo and Bratt. But again, the Devils just need to understand one shot can get past Shesterkin and you win the game. Haven't been able, remember, they have not yet scored more than one goal. They have to tonight if they want to win this game. As Ryan Graves gives it to Palat. Palat still with it. He gets rocked. Good hit there. No penalties. Now, chance for Zibanejad. Tries to make a feed over and a good stick play there by Ryan Graves. Oh, he might have saved the game right there. As now the Rangers try to control, but Graves gets it out again.
Catherine, we got about 15 minutes left in the overtime period.
Yes, 15-15 to go here. Rangers with a chance. Here comes Hito with a shot, and that one is deflected wide of the net. It's Lafreniere now with the kid line. Bringing some energy right now. Filipino loses the puck, and here come the Devils the other way. Brad, over to Timo Meier. He gets around. Timo feeds to the front with a shot, and that one was stick lifted. But Shesterkin still had to make a save. So Brad and Timo making some noise here for New Jersey early on in this overtime.
Yeah, no, it was good. You got to keep them going out there, right? They have good chemistry going on in this overtime period. You got to keep playing those two guys. It's been working, so.
I think you honestly got to get them out there as much as possible. They seem to be the ones with the freshest legs or the most eager legs. Is now a feed in front there, and that one comes out in front. And the Rangers get to it. Doesn't go in, but it goes all the way out of the zone. That is, again, Rangers with another good chance right there in front of Schmidt. As that one goes all the way down for an icing against the Rangers. 14-15.
Nice little break there. I'm Leafs and you're Flames. I think we know who will win. Cool. Cool.
I'm sorry, was that a roast? I'm confused.
Win what? Win what? What have you guys won?
Bro, we have 149 people. We keep getting more and more people jumping in as we go along here.
I keep looking up and that number gets up. I don't know how it's happening, but
bro, this is crazy. Thank you to all. And again, don't forget to leave a like on the stream as well as subscribe. If you want to see more of this awesome content, we got live watch-alongs throughout the entire playoffs. As now Palat tries to take a shot, but it gets blocked. Scoring chances, 12-8 in favor of the Rangers. A little bit closer than I think people would agree with. Now Tarasenko with a shot, and that one is plugged down by Schmid.
Man, it was good for Schmidt there because he had a really good lane to see the whole puck there. Like, you kind of know, especially if he's coming in on the left-hand side there's not a lot of options you can do. So just having that glove ready was nice.
Absolutely. Tarasenko, you could see he was kind of smiling and laughing after that shot. That's when you kind of feel like that maybe the Ranger, that Schmidt is a little bit in the Rangers' head with the way he's played tonight.
Right.
And again, look, both teams know one goal and game over. It's that simple. Oh, that was a face. That was a face, Tarasenko. Just the ESPN shifted to him at the exact right time.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely confused. Akira Schmid, 33 saves. Here come the Devils the other way. Tatar with it. Gives it to Dougie with a shot. That one goes wide. As now Tatar Tried to get it back to Sigathar, but he wasn't in the zone. Sigathar over now to Mercer. Somebody, will dump it in. Mercer, he gets a big hit on Ryan Lindgren. Good hit there from 91. Devils with the puck. Feeds it in front and just out of the reach of Mercer. Nico Hischier backhands it over to Mercer behind the net. Tries to get it in front of the Tatar, but missed him on his forehand. So do we have a stop here? Oh, no, it's going to be an icing.
Icing, yeah, it's icing.
Yeah, I was like, because they the camera didn't pan to the right, so like, why did everybody just stop?
That was kind of weird. I thought there would have been a penalty call, but it's just kind of weird how they did the angle there on the camera.
So we got 13:22 to go in this first overtime. Game tied at 1. Obviously, that's why we're in overtime. Next goal wins. Face off to the right of Shesterkin in the Rangers zone. Devils slowly starting to find their legs a little bit here in this overtime. They've had at least 2 good chances. But the Rangers have definitely been the better of the 2 teams so far in this overtime as Kevin Ball tries to keep it in the zone. Devils with some pressure. Timo with a shot that gets blocked. And now Artemi Panarin he can't really flip it out as the Rangers trying to make a change. Timo Meier intercepts. Timo with a toe drive. He comes in, tried to tuck it. Puck comes out in front and nobody could get to it. Oh, great chance there. This puck's going to go all the way down. Ref waves off the icing, so no icing here. Graves gets it over to Kevin Ball, but comment, Timo Meier, he has been all over the ice right now, but the Rangers have an opportunity, or they did. Now Zibanejad takes it, gets to the Trouba. Drive by Zibanejad, and that one somehow misses the net as Nico Hischier down on his stomach there.
I get you're going to rip it from the top of the circle, but it looked like he went 20 feet above the net.
Well, Zibanejad was like, I'm just going to put everything in my body to shoot this shot. That's what he was doing.
And I don't blame him, but like, can you look at where you're going?
He should have replayed the Timo opportunity. He tried to tuck it, and Shesterkin actually got a shot on him. Oh, my, yeah. Zibanejad just missed.
No,
I thought it would have been tipped there maybe too, but no.
Maybe it was tipped. But it didn't. It still didn't look like, when you first look at it off the shot, it didn't look like it was going to even hit the net. As that shot from Keandre Miller gets blocked, as now Marino gets over to Jack Hughes, and the Devils will come the other way. Gets over to Eric Holla. Holla now over to Palat slowly. Andre Palat over to Jack Hughes and just missed him. Holla chips it over to Hughes. Hughes backhands over to Holla. Holla turnaround try, and he couldn't get it on. Good physical play there by the Rangers as now the Devils get to it. Gets it over to Holla. He'll dump it in. As now Keandre Miller gets it over to his teammate. Long feed over to Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane fighting with Kevin Ball. Both guys wearing 88 there on that play. So now Eric Hall gets it back from New Jersey.
Telling them to go there. Did you see that behind the net?
Yeah.
All of now, let's go now.
I'm liking Hall like more and more. Just like the way it is now. Puck goes into the right corner. Kevin Ball. Okay, they called icing. I was like, wait, what?
They did.
So Kevin Ball got there.
Andrew asking what I'm drinking. It's my can of water.
I'm 2 glasses in, man. I'm not going for a third.
Oh, you did it. Good. You know what? I'm proud of you.
Is that?
We said earlier tonight.
Wait. Is that? Who is?
That's John Hamm.
That's John Hamm. He's a Blues fan. Why is he at this game?
Because he's a
and he's completely bro. He's such a fake fan, bro. He's like, because the Blues are not in it, dude. You suck.
No.
Dude, you suck. Your movies are terrible. The drive by Dougie Hamilton just goes wide as Shesterkin. As now Boquist trying to keep it in. I said.
Not a John Hamm guy. Okay, all right.
Not a John Hamm, guys. We get an icing here against the Devils. As now the Rangers fans come to their feet.
What are they clapping for?
They called an icing. I don't know. It's like in soccer when like you get a corner kick and everybody starts cheering because you know it's a good chance.
Right.
Yeah, my man looking like Harry Potter on the screen right now. That was Harry Potter. That was literally Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So here we go. Face off to the left of Akira Schmid. Michael McLeod has won 10 of his 15 face-offs so far tonight. We'll see if he can make it 11. Big face-off here. Ref takes a day and a half to drop the puck. Face-off won by Michael McLeod. So that's 11 of 16 for Michael McLeod, continuing to be one of the best, if not the best, face-off guy on the Devils, as Their fourth line center is now Trocheck, comes up the right side, tried to get it over, and now here come the Devils the other way. It's Jesper Bratt. He gets around a defender. Now he stops on a dime, waits for his teammates. Bratt, still with it now. Bratt, waits, fires, and that one just goes wide, comes behind the net. Timo Meier tries to throw it in front, couldn't get it to Nico. Trocheck and Nico fighting in the corner now. Panarin, he gets knocked down. Rangers looking for a penalty, not going to get it. That shot gets blocked by the Rangers. Here comes Panarin the other way. Panarin fighting along with Kevin Ball, but Kevin Ball will get to it first. Siegenthaler.
I thought they were going to call tripping there.
Oh, I was expecting it. Nico he'll dump it around the boards. Shesterkin will play it for New York. Shesterkin around the boards, and it's going to go all the way down. It's not going to be enough for an icing, but Siegenthaler will get there for New Jersey. Siegenthaler off the stick of Palat. Rangers get to it now. Here come the Rangers. Have some space. Lafreniere with a shot. That one is stopped by Schmidt. A little bit of a scramble in front. Capo Caco goes down. Both teams whacking at it. Puck comes down in front. Palat gets to it. Here come the Devils. They might have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Drops it off to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes gets around. Backhand try. That one is blocked in front. And here come the Rangers the other way. Philip Hedl has some speed up the left side, trying to get around a defender. He stops on a dime. He gets pushed, and now the Devils will control it. Jack Hughes over to Michael McLeod, just out of his reach. But McLeod, he stick hands it over to Shesterkin, and Shesterkin will play it in the left corner. McLeod still fighting along here. He's battling with 3 Rangers players, and now Kane gets it for New York, and he'll dump it out of the zone.
Right down.
Now John Marino gets it for New Jersey.
Real quick, back on that Schmidt save there. I love his positioning there.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Because now Boquist just lost it for a moment, wraps it around, gets it to Tatar. McLeod can't get to it. Now Marino gets it for New Jersey. Marino now over to Tomas Tatar. He gets crunched along the boards, and it goes all the way around where the Rangers will get to it. And Zibanejad, he gets hit by Curtis Lazar, but controls the puck.
Great. I know. I feel like we need a... It was a really good back and forth there.
I needed that for a moment as Ryan Graves will dump it in the zone with 9 minutes to go in the first overtime here. That puck comes over the right side. Dougie Hamilton tried to make a pass, got blocked. Mercer gets back to it. Refs say he stayed on sides. Mercer still with it. Mercer just couldn't get it to Dougie Hamilton. Rangers look to come the other way. Rangers still have it here. As now Jimmy Vesey backhands it in. He's in the right corner. Backhands it around the boards. Tyler Mott. Now it's taken away by Siegenthaler, and now gets it over to Dougie Hamilton, who backhands it over to Mercer and out of the zone. Gets it to Nico. Might have an opportunity here. Jesper Bratt holds, waits, still with it now. Bratt over to Dougie. Dougie with a Dougie Hamilton in overtime, and the Devils have forced the game 5 and are back in the series. They win it 2-1 in the Garden.
Yeah, baby.
Man.
The man they call Dougie wins it in overtime, and the Devils live to fight another day. Well, not really. They would have still been in the series, but nonetheless, they win it 2-1, and the Devils have cut into the deficit and are now down 2-1 with Game 4 on Monday.
What a shot.
That is wonderful.
Jesus, what a shot. Dougie Hamilton. I didn't even see it go in. I saw my brother react to it. Yeah. So I didn't actually see it go in. We'll see it on the replay. Bratt over to Dougie. Top shelf. Shesterkin had no chance.
Great shot. I mean, it was a great way, too, for I can't remember who had the puck there. Who's 63 again? Sorry? Is it Bratt?
Yeah, it was Bratt with the
great eyes for Bratt there. Oh, what a shot.
But just for Bratt, Kyle, what an overtime period for him. He was flying.
Much better game for Jesper Bratt. What a game.
But what a win for the New Jersey Devils. Their first playoff win in over 5 years. And they are right back in the series, Kyle, as they get the win 2-1 in overtime. And so, for 3 straight games, the road team has won it all.
Yep. That's got to give you some hope. That's got to give you some hope, right? Yeah, no, I thought Jesper Bratt played a much better game. Just kind of watching on that goal, it was a really good shot from Hamilton. I thought Shesterkin was set up fairly nicely, but that's tough, especially if where he placed it too on that goal was really good. I couldn't tell, and maybe I have to show it again, if he was screened a little bit too throughout. I know Bratt held on to it for a bit, but But yeah, and overall, it was a really good overtime for the Devils, especially because the Rangers started off so strong, and then all of a sudden, momentum took over for the Devils, and they finished it. And now we got a series, my guy.
Yes, we do. An unbelievable job. But you know what, Kyle? The player of this game is not Dougie. It's not Brett. It's not Jack. It's Akira Schmid, who comes in. First playoff start of his career as a rookie. Finishes stopping 35 of 36 shots and gets his first career playoff win and gets the Devils to within one game of this series. And guys, there will be a game 5, at least a game 5.
Hey, all right.
So Devils fans can rejoice knowing we'll get another home game in this series. And so now you go into game 4. You have taken the momentum from the Rangers. All of a sudden, as I said, it takes just one shot. The hope is that Dougie Hamilton's shot in overtime might be the thing that gets the Devils rolling, as for the first time in this series, they score more than once against Igor Shesterkin.
Hey, there we go.
We are slowly progressing here. We are checking things off the box. So, are you happy about that? Still down 2-1, Jeff.
I love the commentary. This is great.
Yeah, my brother and my dad are the great commentary.
But you know what? It was a great game overall, right? I think the Stars clearly encouraged here because I thought the Rangers had a lot of really good chances. I would argue overall, but in that overtime, the Devils, they kind of took that momentum away by starting to create more pressure, have a little bit more urgency, and realize that their season was probably on the line, and they executed beautifully in that overtime.
They really did, and you look at the Devils, man. You got to call it like it is. They got outplayed for the most part in overtime. The Rangers had the best of the chances, but you knew, especially in overtime, all it takes is one bounce, and that really wasn't a bounce. It was Jesper Bratt got the puck. He got it to Dougie. He was coming up the right side. Dougie with a nice screen. He takes a top shot. Shesterkin can't get to it. And we got a series. Andrew H is pumped up. I'm pumped up as well. My night's just starting because I still have to do 2 other things tonight. So
I don't think anybody had Dougie Hamilton, correct?
No. Nobody had the Devils. Well, nobody in the comments section had the Devils. Everybody had the Rangers.
I had the Devils tonight. The Devils.
We both said Timo Meier. And, there was a time where Timo looked like he was going to get it.
Yep, good chance.
But you know what? He's got the next game to redeem himself. It's not like he can't come out in game 3. But now, the Devils, you just saw it again. For the second time this season, you win in overtime. Well, you win in overtime for the second time this season against the Rangers. And for the second time this year, you beat them at the Garden. You have just proved to yourself you can play with this team. You can beat them. This is not a fluke that the Devils are here. But you still have to get the next game, because if you can get game 4 and you go back to the Rock, tied at 2 games apiece, that's going to be an electric atmosphere.
Sure. I would just careful, because game 4, I don't see the Rangers only getting 1 goal next game, right? No. So I would just be cautious, because they're going to answer back, right? You expect them to answer back because that's who they are. Devils needed it. Clearly, they needed it more, and they started to show it more as that overtime went on. But I just want to be cautious and say the fact that it's, you are going to expect a bit of a response from New York on Monday night.
Absolutely, and we will see how things go on Monday night.
So happy there's no triple overtime.
Right, it's only 1 overtime. We got lucky because it was the quickest overtime of the 3 games tonight. We'll see if Seattle and Colorado later tonight play in overtime. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much to everybody who jumped in. We at one point had 150 people in here watching with us.
It was wild.
We had several donations that were phenomenal. So thank you guys for that.
It was a wild night.
In terms of who got it right? on the comments section, technically nobody. In the comments section, not Kyle. I said comments section.
Okay. I was going to say, wait a minute.
I mean, Kyle got it right in the sense he went 3-2 Devils in overtime. So that was right. And I said 4-3. So we got 2 out of the 3 predictions correct. So for the first time ever, I think, we've gotten like the hosts are the ones that end up being right in terms of prediction. But to go from 2 blowouts to that game was phenomenal.
Closing thoughts.
I'm obviously pumped up. It feels good to get back in the series. It feels good to – that wasn't a statement win. That was we've gone through a lot and we fought a way to stay resilient and come away with a win on the road. Had to take more than 3 periods to get it done, and you feel good. And you definitely go into Game 4 with confidence. Cautious confidence because the Rangers are going to walk away from this game pissed off because they had chances. Even in overtime, they had chances to put it away and they didn't. And they're taking on, and they took on a goaltender they had never faced before. The good news for them, they'll have a lot of opportunity between now and Game 4 to do some research to see what they could do against Akira Schmid. I think it's pretty much for certain Schmid gets the nod in Game 4. But the Devils know that they have more than 4 games to play. They're not going out in a clean sweep. Colorado is unfortunately rolling right now. That sucks. It really sucks. Damn it.
It's early. It's early. But anyway.
If you're the Devils, you look at it and say, well, why can't we get both games at the Garden? We've won so many games that are on the road anyway. We're the best road team in the NHL. Why can't we think we can do it? But you have motivation. You know you're going to have a Game 5 at home. The question is, do you want to force a Game 6? Do you want to take this the distance? Are you willing to do what needs to be done? And look, the Devils are going to look at things and say, how do we improve moving forward? How do we score more than 2? Okay, we've scored against Shesterkin. Great. We've scored on the power play against them. Great. Our penalty kill, 5 penalties. Got to stay out of the box, please. But you killed off all 5. Great. You've scored more than once against them, and your top guys were the ones that scored. You had Jack and Dougie score. They needed to step up, and they did. And so that was an emotional win, but the work is far from over. You're still down 2-1 in the series. The Rangers took both games at home, both games in New Jersey. Can you return the favor and win both games in New York? And if you're the Rangers, you can't overthink that loss. You can't look at it and say you got to change a whole lot. You got to keep playing. You just ran into a hot goalie who played really well. But you know you could beat him. You've done it. And you know that you still have the 2-1 lead and you're at home. You could still grab a commanding 3-1 lead going into Game 5 back in New Jersey. So it's all about just continue to execute. But really for them, the biggest thing, you got to limit the off-rush chances. You can't let New Jersey do that because as you saw that second goal that came off the rush. That's how that goal happened. Right. And you let it and you let a game that you were at times the better team, you let it slip through your fingers and you lost the game. And that was another come from behind win for New Jersey. That's their 27th come from behind win, including the playoffs this season. The question is, did the Rangers leave the door open? Did they let the Devils back in the series fully? A lot is going to be determined in Game 4.
Yeah, yes and no. I still believe they're going to respond. It's who they've kind of been, right? You're going to expect – you're not – like, I can't see the Rangers not score more than 1 goal next game, right? Who's the most pissed off person in the locker room right now for the Rangers? Who did we talk about all night?
Artemi Panarin. Yep.
Panarin, right? He's pissed, right? He missed how many shots on net? And I guarantee you if he gets 2 or 3 more looks like that in Game 4, he's not going to miss. So, again, I like your cautious optimism because you are going to expect a response. This was clearly their best game defensively, more importantly, I think, throughout the series. And, and your stars had to show up tonight, and they did, right? Hughes with a big goal in the second. Dougie Hamilton, who had a lot of really good looks tonight. He got on the board. I still think it's going to take a lot more of guys like Meyer still to come up, like Heishier, your guys, like your stars still need to show up as the series goes on, because the stars for the Rangers are going to show up in Game 4. So that's kind of what I think. I think it's, again, I like the word cautious optimism, but we got a series.
We do have a series, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. This was an absolute blast. We still have like 50 people in here, even well after the game has ended. So shout out to all of you. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you liked what you see, and how could you not? After that, don't forget to also subscribe to the channel. Punch notification bell so you don't miss live watch-alongs. We do them every day during the Stanley Cup playoffs. Make sure you're here, and you might want to stick around for this Devils Rangers series moving forward, because we got some good ones here. But thank you guys so much. Make sure to follow the Hockey Podcast Network on all social media platforms at HockeyPodNet. You can follow my good friend Kyle Manifold on Twitter at Manifold. Kyle, great guy. He's done a phenomenal job, and it's been so much fun to work with him. Go check out Devil's State of Mind podcast, where you get the best coverage of your New Jersey Devils. New episodes out usually every Monday and Thursday, but during the playoffs, it's going to be the day after every game. So the second I get off here, I'll be recapping the big win for the Devils in overtime to keep the series alive, I guess is the way to put it. And also check out the podcast on Twitter at Devil State, Instagram at Devil State of Mind, and give us a like on Facebook. And if you subscribe to the podcast, go give us a 5-star on Apple or Spotify. Really, really helps. And thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. And we will see you in the next live watch along. Once again, the Devils, with a come-from-behind win, beat the Rangers in overtime and cut the series deficit to 1, as they now only trail 2-1 as they beat the Rangers in overtime by the final score of 2-1. As always, guys, continue to be the awesome people that you are. And as we always say at the end of every live watch along, rock on.